Let's do it, folks. Monday Night Baseball starts right now.
The following is a presentation of Snowman Sportsnet.
All right, good evening, everyone, and welcome to our premiere edition of Monday Night Baseball. Had started this a couple of years ago, but then life started lifing and health got in the way, and I got in the way of my own self. But we are here tonight, and tonight's matchup features the San Francisco Giants, as I get a few last things ready here, and the Houston Astros, live from Houston, Texas. We'll have that for you. Right now, I want to give you an update on the Women's Elite Eight, and it stands like this. It is Texas 23 and TCU 21 in a low-scoring game so far. And I mean that when I say a low-scoring game. Right now, we're getting ready to give you our lineups, and I want to tell you that we also have a new YouTube channel in the works. So we want to keep everybody abreast of that. Here we go with the lineups. And I'm being told to take a break. Okay, we did our intro. Let's take a break. And when we come back, we'll give you those starting lineups. And the first pitch live from Houston. This is Monday Night Baseball on Snowman Sportsnet.
Sports bettors, listen up. Your favorite sportsbook, BetUS.com, is back and in our 30th year of action. With live in-game betting, incredible odds with daily odds boosters, props and parlays, fast payouts, and exceptional one-to-one customer service, we got it all. And when you sign up today and use the code SNOWMAN, you will get a 125% deposit match on your deposit. Log on to betus.com or call 800-792-3887. That's 800-79-BET-US. BetUS.com, where the game begins. Join Ryan McCarthy.
I became a Jets fan because Kermit the Frog was my favorite Muppet because he was green, and the Jets wore green. That's how I became a Jets fan.
And Dustin Henry.
ESPN is cashing all in on let's pay a few personalities and we'll just kind of fill in the gaps.
As they walk you through all of the world of sports from their perspective.
The Albany Empire, it's a literal circus.
No credentials required. Where, Ryan, say the tag.
Where you don't need a press pass to talk sports.
Every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. On YouTube and where you can find all podcasts.
SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like Boomstick Lady. No free throw is safe from the roar of her sticks. SeatGeek helps her find a seat in the direct eye line of the shooter so she can sit where her boomsticks make the biggest boom. Everybody okay? SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
All right, getting ready for our starting lineups as the Houston Astros will host the San Francisco Giants. We will keep a close eye on the Women's Elite Eight as well. TCU and Texas are tangling right now, and it is Texas with the lead 23-21. And they are at halftime of that game. Wes Pruitt and Victor Locke, the first ones in here. And, man, I am so excited to bring you on Monday Night Baseball. It's going to be fun. It's going to be busy, but busy, as I've often been told, is a very good thing. And this Saturday, we will have the premiere of Columbus East Olympians baseball and Columbus East Olympians athletics, as a matter of fact. So we are excited to bring that to you. We're going to keep everybody up to date as to what's going on. How do I get these videos for SeatGeek and such? I'm getting Wes, to answer your question, I can do some of the graphics for you. I can do some of the graphics and some of the videos for you. I'm learning video, and I want to build my portfolio. I can help you out there, and I can also do before 9 a.m. and after 11 a.m. on Wednesday through Friday this week Central Time. All right, that is perfect. Then I may use you Thursday, either Wednesday or Thursday. So figure all that out, and we'll put the whole puzzle together as we are getting back into things at Dakin Park in Houston, Texas. Pretty sparse crowd so far, but it should be filling up very, very soon. All right, time for some lineups. They look this way. For the San Francisco Giants, Lamonte Wade leads off. He'll play first base. Willie Adames bats second at short. Young-Hoo Lee bats third. He's in center field. Matt Chapman bats fourth. He's at third base. Heliot Ramos bats fifth. He's in left field. Patrick Bailey in the sixth spot. He'll catch. Wilmer Flores bats seventh. He's the designated hitter. Mike Yastrzemski bats eighth. He's in right field. And Tyler Fitzgerald bats ninth. He's at second base. Through the lineup again. Wade at first. Adames at short. Lee in center. Chapman at third. Ramos in left, Bailey the catcher, Flores the DH, Yastrzemski in right, and Fitzgerald the second baseman. And for those of you old schoolers that recognize the last name Yastrzemski, that is the great Carl Yastrzemski's grandson who is playing today. The Astros are taking the field in their home white uniforms, white top and bottom with the navy blue numbers, and we'll get you the Astros defense. They line up this way. Mauricio Dubon is in left. Jake Myers in center. And Cam Smith is in right. Isaac Paredes at third. Jeremy around the horn. Isaac Paredes at third. Jeremy Pena at short. Jose Altuve, the perennial all-star, at second. And Christian Walker, 34 years of age, he'll be at first. Yanner Diaz behind the plate. He'll catch the pitching of Ronel Blano. And Blanco is making his first start of the year. Tossed a no-hitter for the Houston Astros last season. Both teams come into tonight 2-1 on the year. We'll have some polls for you as we go along. Not going to have that many commercials because changing up a few things. Last year, Blanco was 13-6 with a 2.80 ERA. He walked 68, struck out 166, and opponents batted only 190 against him, and that was the major league leader. So you're gonna get some of the best. And I got a Pumpkin behind me, I believe. Hey, Pumpkin. He'll be hopping up here any minute. All right, we're ready to go from Houston. You want to go out, buddy? You want to go out or you want to stay here? Okay, you're by the door. Well, hello, Winnie. All right, Lamonte Wade will step into the box for the San Francisco Giants in the road gray top and bottom, black numbers trimmed in orange. We're set to go. The signal has been given, and Blanco rocks, kicks, and fires. A fastball high and wide for ball one. Off we go. 7:11 p.m. Central Time, 8:11 Eastern Daylight Time. Last season, Lamonte Wade batted .260 with 8 homers and 34 RBIs. The 1-0 pitch is swung on and skied into center field. Jake Myers trots over to left center. He's under it. He makes the catch. 1 out in the top of the first. Got to bring Willie Adames to the plate. Adames was the big signing for the San Francisco Giants. And so far, he's paying dividends. The Giants come in, as I mentioned, both teams come in with a record of 2-1 on the year. Blanco's pitch right down the middle for a strike, and the count's 0-1 at 94. Adames with Milwaukee last year hit .251, 32 homers, and 112 RBIs. The 0-1 pitch, high, 1 ball, 1 strike. Adames adding a little pop to this Giants lineup, although he's not even batting 100 yet. That will change. 1-1 pitch is swung on and smacked foul. Third base side. And the count's now 1-2. Tell me your favorite teams in the chat. And if you haven't done so already, subscribe to our new channel, Snowman_Sportsnet. It's where our play-by-play will be exclusively once we get that monetized. Swing and a miss on a slider. And Adames is retired on 3 pitches. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. And quickly 2 out in the inning. I hear a Winnie Pooh meowing in the house. And I think Dr. K got a hold of her. Ronel Blano from the windup delivers a swing and a pop-up foul out of play to Young-Hoo Lee. And that's strike 1. Last season, in 37 games, he batted .262 with a couple of homers and 8 RBIs driven in. He's 3 for 10 so far this year. The windup in the 0-1. A curveball strike, and the count's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes to the left-handed hitting Young-Hoo Lee. And Blano from the windup kicks and fires. A swing and a pop-up foul. Out of play. Count stays where it is at 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 down here in the top of the first. Just getting started on our Monday night baseball debut. We will also be covering the Astros and the White Sox throughout the season. 1-2, swinging a high chopper to Blano. He's got it. The toss to first is in time, and the inning is over. 1-3. On that put out. The Giants go up and out in order. 1, 2, 3. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left. We go to the bottom of the first. It's the Giants nothing and the Astros coming to bat. This is Monday Night Baseball on Snowman Sportsnet and Snowman Multimedia.
Attention sports fans, looking for the ultimate gear and apparel to show your team pride? Look no further than Fanatics, the #1 destination for sports enthusiasts. Visit SnowmanMultimediaSports.com today and shop a wide selection of officially licensed merchandise from your favorite teams and players. From jerseys to hats to accessories to collectibles, Fanatics has it all. Don't miss out on the chance to elevate your game day experience. Head over to SnowmanMultimediaSports.com/Fanatics and gear up like a true fan with Fanatics. Officially licensed everything.
Do you remember our first group photo? This is it. Smiles all around, even though we were all nervous.
Who could have imagined that our first weekend together would soon turn into a lifetime of memories?
You're an amazing young man. Your brothers and sisters really look up to you. They're a big brother.
It's so cool to watch the adult that you've become, and you really have done as much for us as you think we've done for you.
You know, it took 20 years, and I got my 3rd child, who was 17 at the time.
There's so many rewards in life. You coming into our home was one of the greatest rewards we could have ever had.
I ain't never felt so much love before in my life.
Man, the bottom of the first started quickly. Jose Altuve grounded out to second base. One pitch, one out in the bottom of the first. So here's Isaac Paredes batting second in the order tonight. So Altuve's retired. Paredes at third. We'll go through the order in just a moment. Paredes in the right-handed batter's box facing the right-handed pitching of Jordan Hicks. He delivers a fastball inside for ball one. Jose Altuve at second. Isaac Paredes the third. Jordan Alvarez, the designated hitter. Those are your first three. Paredes batted .238 last year with 19 homers and 80 RBIs. The 1-0 pitch is a strike at 97, and the count's even 1-1. Jordan Hicks was supposed to be the Cardinals' closer of the future. Unfortunately, Tommy John surgery took care of that. The 1-1, swing a grounder foul, third base side, and the count's 1-2. So what the Giants are going to do after a stint in Toronto is they are stretching his arm out, and he's becoming a starter. Jordan Alvarez would be next. One and two the count to Isaac Paredes. The pitch on the way is outside at 98. Hicks wanted it, didn't get it. Bailey didn't get it either. Counts 2-2. Ramos, Lee, Yastrzemski left to right in the outfield. Chapman, Adames, Fitzgerald, and Wade third to first. Bailey catches Hicks. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The kick and the pitch. A swing and a slash foul off to the right. We'll do it again. So Paredes giving Jordan Hicks a battle. Jordan Hicks can still hit triple digits. Vamos Paredes, says Luis Alberto Ramirez Madrid. Thanks for tuning in, amigo. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Hicks looks in, gets his sign, quickly comes set. And the 2-2 pitch. A swing and a foul on a play to the right, and we'll do it again. That one was at 100. Hicks can still get the ball over triple digits. He has shortened up his delivery. He changed a couple of his mechanics after his surgery, and now he's exclusively, although he's a starter, working from the stretch. The pitch on the way, breaking ball outside, and the count goes full at 3-2. Tried to get him with a slider at 85. These are the new space uniforms the Astros are wearing. It's a combination of what they had the last part of the 90s in the Astrodome. The pitch on the way, outside, ball 4. Paredes draws a walk. So Paredes is aboard, and here comes Jordan, the big man, Jordan Alvarez. As he steps into the left-handed batter's box. Christian Walker, Yonder Diaz, and Jeremy Pena are the next 3. Cam Smith, Mauricio Dubon, and Jake Myers complete the order. The pitch to Alvarez is inside, ball 1 at 99. Yikes. How would you like to be? Alvarez hit a bat at .308 last year, 35 homers, 86 RBIs. That's the second time that I said hit it. Batted is the word I needed to use. The 1-0 pitch, slashed foul to the left, and the count's even, 1 ball, 1 strike. We will definitely keep our eyes on the women's Elite 8 as they have gone to the third quarter of Texas and TCU. The 1-1 pitch to Alvarez is swung on and fouled out of play, and the count is now 1-2. 2 of the 4 spots have been claimed in the women's Final Four. They belong to South Carolina and UCLA. The picture will be completed tonight, and if we have time, we'll finish the second game between USC and UConn. The pitch on the way is slashed foul on a play to the left. As I said, time permitting, we will take you to UConn and USC in the finish of that game, as TCU and Texas are now even at 29 in the third. The pitch on the way, swung on, fouled at the plate. Trying to come at him with a slider. Alvarez wasn't having it as he got a piece of it. Count stays where it is at 2-2. Hicks has thrown 14 pitches so far here in the first. Alvarez so far hitting at 125. As the season goes, that will change. Guarantee you that. The 1-2 to Alvarez. Strike 3 called by a fastball right down the middle, upper left-hand corner. And Alvarez is retired. 2 down in the inning. And here comes the veteran, Christian Walker. Great job of painting the inside corner by Jordan Hicks against the big man, Jordan Alvarez. There's Christian Walker. Settles into the right-handed batter's box. Kicks and fires. Hicks kicks and fires. Is upstairs at 99 for ball 1. Astros took 2 out of 3 from the Mets in their home park. Christian Walker with Arizona last year hit 251, 26 homers, 84 RBIs. He is now 1 for 12 this season. A toss to first, and the runner is back. One ball, no strikes to Christian Walker. Hicks is ready. The kick and the pitch. Swinging a miss at 100. And the count's even. 1 ball, 1 strike. Yikes. Imagine seeing 100 miles an hour coming at you consistently from a starting pitcher. Only person I can think of that can do that is Nolan Ryan. 1-1 pitch. Swinging a smash. Base hit to left center field. Around second is Paredes. He heads for third. The throw goes into second. And now the Astros are cooking with runners at the corners and 2 down in the inning. Here comes the catcher, Yainer Diaz. That's Walker's second hit of the year. He's now 2 for 13 on the season. So a 2 out and 2 aboard. Here comes Yainer Diaz. Runners at the corners. Walker at first, Paredes at third. The pitch to Diaz. It's a strike at 100. The count's 0-1. Once again, man, you got 100 miles an hour coming at you from a starter who was a reliever once upon a time. Yainer Diaz last year hit 346 with runners in scoring position, and Hicks takes a step off the rubber going, I didn't like what I saw yet. The pitch on the way. High. 1 ball, 1 strike. One pitch outside with a sinker at 2-1. Two and one the count. The pitch on the way. A swing and a little looper headed to center field, and it is caught by Young-Hoo Lee, and that ends the inning. No runs, a hit, no errors, and 2 men left. As we head to the top of the second, we have no score. Now I'm going to check in with some friends of mine. First at Pure Adrenaline Sports. See how many can come over and pay me a visit. And he said that he would check in if time permits on his channel. The Mets are leading 8-1 against the Marlins. They're in the top of the 6th. My buddy Pure Adrenaline Sports, Big John, has the call over there. Let's see if my message is ready. Yeah, it's ready. And send. Let's see if they come over. Ruben Perez says, "Let's go Mets." Well, the Mets are cooking right now, leading 8-1. against the Fish. Texas has grabbed the lead as Madison Booker made a jumper. It's 32-20. You know what? Brian got an idea. During every break, I'll break this down. Why not? It's going to require me to grab some paperwork, but the heck with it. The absolute heck with it. Why not? I've done this before. It is Chapman, Heliot Ramos, and Patrick Bailey due up for the San Francisco Giants as TCU just gained possession. They have 2 fouls in the third quarter. Texas is yet to foul. Matter of fact, Texas is in the penalty. I beg your pardon. That's why Haley Van Lith is headed to the free throw line. Here we go. Top of the second inning. Matt Chapman, the third baseman, will begin things. The pitch on the way. Outside with a slider for ball one. Van Lith hits the free throw, making it 32-30. I told you we're keeping an eye on that game. Van Lith hits them both. The pitch. Outside. 2-0. Beg your pardon. 2-0. Haley Van Lith sitting on a dozen points. 2-0 pitch. A 3-0 pitch is ball four. Beg your pardon. I missed the pitch. Oops. All right, so Chapman begins the second inning with a walk. And that'll bring Heliot Ramos to the plate. Ramos hit at .269 last year, 22 homers. He drove in 72. Here's the pitch outside for ball one. They've missed with 5 straight. Has Blanco. The 1-0 pitch. Breaking ball strike, and the count's even 1-1. One ball, one strike to count. The pitch on the way. Swing and a miss on an off-speed pitch. 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes. Nobody out. Runner aboard at first. Chapman with a 4-pitch walk. The 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball swung on, grounded to third. To second, 1. Return 2. A double play. What a play by Isaac Paredes as Ramos grounds into the 5-4-3 double play. It goes Paredes to Altuve to Christian Walker. But now there may be a challenge. And you know what? Ramos beat it. So it'll be a forced runner 5-4. Paredes to Altuve. Altuve's return throw was not in time, as we got to look at the replay. So Ramos will be on at first with 1 out, grounding into a fielder's choice. But it was a close play. Got to give it to Ramos. He hustled down the line, and he knew immediately that he beat it out. So here's the catcher, Patrick Bailey. In 121 games last year, he hit .234. 8 homers. He drove in 46. The pitch to Bailey. Fastball strike, and the count's 0-1. One strike to count. Patrick Bailey, the 6th place hitter, at the plate. Blanco from the stretch, kicks and fires. Low, 1 ball, 1 strike. Came at him with a slider. Bailey last year hit .250 against right-handed pitching. The 1-1 pitch outside, 2-1. And Yanner Diaz is coaching Blanco to calm down just a bit. No score, top of the second. 2-1 on Patrick Bailey. The pitch. Swing and a miss on a slider, and the count's even 2-2. The Battle of Texas for a spot in Tampa for the Final Four. And Gino Auriemma had some comments, and I agree with every one of them that he said. That's outside, and the count is now full at 3-2 to Patrick Bailey. Blanco, 1 strikeout on the night. He also has a walk that was issued this inning. 3 balls, 2 strikes. 1 out, 1 on. Top of the second, no score. The pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Now to throw to second. Didn't get him. So a strikeout for Blanco of Bailey, and there's 2 down in the inning. Meanwhile, Texas has opened up a 6-point lead on TCU as they're counting down to the final minute of the third quarter. 39-33 Longhorns. Blanco's pitch is a fastball wide for ball 1. To the 7th place hitter and Wilmer Flores, played in only 71 games last year. He had 206, had 4 homers, drove in 26. Here's the pitch. Fastball outside. It's 2-0. Rory Harmon is headed for the Longhorn Mets. I think she had a contact knocked out. There's a strike on the inside corner to Flores. And the count's now 2-1. Two and one, the count. The kick and the pitch. Low. They check it first. No swing. Counts 3-1. Next one. There's a strike, and the count's full 3-2. Three and two, the count. 2 out. The pitch on the way. A swing and a high fly ball. Foul. Down the left field line. Count stays where it is at 3-2. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button for both channels that we have going here. .31st pitch coming from Blanco. It's a payoff to Wilmer Flores, and here she comes. A swing to line drive down into left. That's down for a base hit. Rounding third is Ramos. He heads home. The throw is not in time, and the Giants lead 1-0. So Flores comes through with a 2-out hit and a run batted in, and the Giants grab the lead. Now to bring the 8th place hitter, Mike Yastrzemski, to the plate. One thing about this Giants team early, and here comes the Pure Adrenaline Sports crew. L. Good is here. Pure Adrenaline himself is here. Thanks, y'all, for coming over. I appreciate it. Here's the pitch. Fastball strike on the outside corner. Counts 0-1 to Mike Yastrzemski. Last year, Yastrzemski hit .281, 18 homers. He drove in 57, and all 18 homers came against righties. The pitch on the way is a slider for a strike, and the count's 0-2. I hit that like button for you. Thank you, sir. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If you can, subscribe to both channels. This one, Snowman Multimedia and Snowman _ Sportsnet. 0-2, swinging a bouncing ball to first. Walker has it. He'll step on the bag, and that'll retire the side. But they get a run on a hit, no errors, and they leave one. 3 unassisted on the out to Mike Yastrzemski. Go to the bottom of the second. It is the Giants 1 and the Astros nothing. So the folks from Pure Adrenaline Sports, Jonathan Hartle says, hello, Snowman. Pure Adrenaline Sports Raid. I love it. I love it. Sowing some adrenaline junkie love. And I am an adrenaline junkie. I love that channel. I absolutely love that channel. John at PAS sent me over here. Thanks, bud. Cope Kills, Jonathan Ilardi. I hope it's Ilardi. What up? Let's go Mets. Adrenaline Drive. Hey, salute to y'all. Thank you. I love rating channels. Yep, you announced that. You pronounced that correctly. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Jonathan Ilardi. I wanted to be sure that I got that right. And I'm glad I did. Thank you for telling me. It's 1-0 Giants. We are heading to the bottom of the second. Meanwhile, they're headed to the fourth quarter in Birmingham as TCU trails Texas. To bat for the Astros will be Jeremy Pena, Cam Smith, and Mauricio Dubon. 6, 7, and 8. Dubon is the correct pronunciation. 6, 7, and 8. It's Italian, but people butcher it. Frank says hello. Thank you. Jeffrey says the Boston Red Sox lost today as Hicks delivers to Pena. That's a strike, and the count's 0-1. And let's get y'all an update for TCU in Texas. Pena hit 266 last year. There's a fastball outside. They check it first. No swing. Counts even. 1 ball, 1 strike. If we have time at the end of this Monday Night Baseball broadcast, we'll bring you the finish of UConn and USC. The pitch on the way. Swing and a miss on a slider. And the count's 0-2. It'll be Jeremy Pena, Cam Smith, and Mauricio Dubon due up. After 3 in Birmingham, Texas leads by 9, 42-33, as they look to go to the Final Four. 1-2, the count to Pena. The pitch on the way. A swing and a chopper foul. Third base side. Madison Connor just knocked down a 3. The assist by Haley Van Lith. And TCU gets back to within 6. Blue Jays lead the Nats 4-2. There's a fastball, strike 3 call. Pena's gone. Second strikeout for Jordan Hicks. And there's 1 down in the second inning. One thing about Hicks that he's learned to do is paint that corner with that 90-mile-an-hour fastball. Kyla Oldacare hits a 15-footer, and it's now 44-36. The first pitch to Cam Smith is a strike, and the count's 0-1. The 1-strike pitch is a slider for a strike, and the count's 0-2. Madison Booker and Haley Van Lith both with 12 to lead the game and their respective teams in scoring. The pitch on the way. Fastball. Strike 3 called. Payne at the corner again. 2 up, 2 down, both on strikeouts. And here's Mauricio Dubon. And Cam Smith is looking, wondering, what the heck just happened? He painted a sinker on the outside corner. I remember he had a sinker that was thrown at 102 miles an hour. Here's the pitch. Strike called and the count's 0-1. Mauricio Dubon hit .269 with 4 homers. He drove in 47 last season. The pitch on the way. Swing and a miss, and the count's 0-2, and Dubon knew it. .2 the count. The pitch on the way. Strike 3 called. Inning over. Wow. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. And the Astros go up and out in order. We're done with 2. It's the Giants 1 and the Astros nothing. Now I want to thank everyone from Pure Adrenaline Sports that came by on a raid. I appreciate you very, very much. Charles Adderley is here. Do you know of Pena for the Houston Astros? I believe he is from Rhode Island. I believe you're right. Deron Rivera checking in. Stanley Babbage. Happy birthday, Stanley. Papa Blood is here. He says, late Snowman, got you though. Thank you. Thank you very much. Charles Adderley says, let's go hit the like button and subscribe. Show some love. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you all very much. Very much appreciated. We're going to keep this chatter going all night. All right, checking in with TCU in Texas. Kyler Oldcare gets the bucket, the hoop and the harm, drops the free throw, and Texas goes up 11. 47-36 in a low-scoring game. Both of these teams love to get up and down the floor, but it's defense that's ruling the day. I tried to tell my friend Allison about Paige Beckers. I tried to tell her she was good. She dropped 40 on Saturday. Tyler Oldcare is excited. We go to the top of the third. Todd Callis, Jeff Blum on the Astros television call. Van Lit's free throw is good. 47-37. 8:07 left in the money period of that game. Blanco winds and fires. A curveball outside for ball 1 to the ninth place hitter, Tyler Fitzgerald, the second baseman. Van Lith missed the second one, and the Longhorns have the rebound. There's a strike with a slider, and the count's even 1-1. Booker's jumper, got it. 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss, and the count is 1-2. Madison Booker with 14 points and 6 rebounds, and Texas goes up a dozen, 49-37. The 1-2 pitch to Fitzgerald is low and outside, and the count's now even at 2-2. TCU just turned the ball over. As mentioned, if time permits, we'll turn our full attention to the end of USC and UConn, which should be at Donnybrook. The pitch on the way. A 2-2 pitch is grounded foul up the first baseline. Count stays where it is at 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes to Tyler Fitzgerald to begin the third. From the windup, here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss. That is the third strikeout for Ronel Blano, and there's one down in the third. Now go back to the top of the order in Lamonte Wade, who flied out to Jake Myers in center his first time up. They're down to 7:09 left in the fourth quarter in Birmingham. And it's all Texas by 12. Here's the pitch. Outside, ball 1 from Blanco to Lamonte Wade. Oh, and 1 the count. Or the 1-0 count. 1-0 pitch. High with a fastball. And it's 2-0. It's going to take me a couple of reps to get back into this. Haven't been doing it for a while. I may do an episode later on why. There's a strike with a slider, and the count is now even. 1 ball, 1 strike. One and one, the count. Blanco winds up and delivers. A swing and a drive into right. Going back and making the catch is Cam Smith. Able to run it down in right field with the ball sinking quickly. 2 out in the inning. 2 flyouts for Lamonte Wade. So 2 up, 2 down in the top of the third. And that'll bring Willie Adames to the plate. The pitch to Adames is grounded foul, third base side for strike 1. Booker's baseline jumper is no good, but a foul is called. And that'll send Madison Booker to the line to shoot 2. And Booker is wondering if that was a shooting foul. Here's the next one, way inside. The count's even. 1 ball, 1 strike. Sedona Prince is fouled out for TCU. And she fouls out with only 4 points in the game. One ball, 1 strike, 2 down, top of the third. From the chest high windup, here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, and the count's 1 and 2 with a cutter at 94. That's scary if you can throw that kind of off-speed pitch at 94. Madison Booker, jumper right baseline, good. She's got 16. And Texas goes back up 12. 1 ball, 2 strikes, the count to Willie Adames. From the windup, here's the 1-2 pitch. Swinging a high pop. Right side, Christian Walker giving chase in foul territory. He's got it with a one-hand catch. And the inning is over. So the Giants go up and out in order in the top of the third. We go to the bottom. 1-0 in favor of the Giants. And now we turn our attention to Birmingham, Alabama. Madison Booker has it at the top of the circle between the rings. 11 to shoot. Old Care back to Booker. Booker on the drive to the right. Bounce pass right corner to Harmon. Back to Old Care. A lefty hook. Banked it in. And the Longhorns are now up 14. 53-39. Against pressure, they have it in play to Van Lith. And here come the Horned Frogs. That pass is tapped out of bounds. It'll stay with TCU. But Texas is up 14, and it looks like they are on their way to the Final Four in Tampa. Madison Booker gets a breather. Jerickson Profar suspended 80 games for PEDs. Yikes. When you cheat the game, it bites you. When you cheat the game, it bites you. That's it, and that's all. Here's a 3 on the way. That's no good. Texas rebound. See, I want to find a way to fit a game room. I want to find a game room somewhere that has all the old games. Hey, Bill. Thanks for checking in tonight. Much appreciated. And now Jordan Hicks works to Jake Myers to start the bottom of the third, and he delivers a strike at 96. And the count is 0-1. Jake Myers had 219 last year, 13 homers. He drove in 61. The 0-1 pitch, swinging a miss on a cutter, and the count is 0-2. Daniel Berry is here with us. What's up, Daniel? Hey, Bill, you and Victor should get together and do a wrestling podcast. I tune in religiously. 0-2 the count. The pitch on the way. A swing and a high fly ball into center. Young-Hoo Lee camps under it, makes the catch, and there's one out in the third. You know, sometimes last year, I can tell you, I quit for some of the I quit a broadcast for some of the stupidest reasons, like my book got out of order. I had a ton of technical difficulties. I'm getting some better stuff that should help matters. Here's Jose Altuve. He grounded to second his first time up. And the pitch. Fastball strike at 99. And the count's 0-1. The 0-1. A sinker for a strike at 98. Now, how ridiculous does that sound that this guy who has gone through surgery, God bless him, can still throw a sinker approaching 100 miles an hour? 0-2 the count. The pitch on the way, swing and a miss, and Altuve's gone. And Altuve knew it. He knew it. That makes 5 strikeouts for Jordan Hicks. Now I see why they wanted to convert him into a starter. Here's Isaac Paredes, who walked his first time up, got to third on a Christian Walker single, but they couldn't bring him home. Here's the pitch. A swing and a drive foul down the left field line, and the count's 0-1. There are so many kind of podcasts that I want to do. I want to make a living doing it. I'm working on making a living doing it. 1 strike to count to Paredes. The pitch. Fastball strike, and the count's 0-2. Oh, 2 pitch, way outside with a slider, and the count's 1-2. Bill, I think you and Victor would kick major butt on a wrestling podcast. I'll come on a couple times. I'll add a little old school to it. The pitch, a swing and a ground ball headed to short. Up with it is Adames. Toss to first is in time. Inning over. We're just rolling right along. 6-3 on that putout, and that'll take care of the Astros. The last 7 have been retired by Jordan Hicks. We go to the top of the 4th. It's the Giants 1 and the Astros nothing. See, I like chopping it up with you guys. And you're doing a good. Thank you, Bill. Thank you. What I have to, my wife and I were talking earlier today about glows and grows, and how that works is, your glow is one thing you're going to brag about. Your grow is where can you get better. I can answer part of that right now. I'm glowing because I'm back on the play-by-play mic doing a baseball game. And I'm following my heart. I had planned to do the Women's Elite 8, but something pulled me toward this maiden voyage of Monday Night Baseball. The grow, getting consistent and getting better. Those are the only 2 ways I'm going to grow both my channels, and I will grow them. I will grow them. Karen doggone-t it. Yeah, we just picked up 3 subscribers tonight on the main channel. Thank you to whomever subscribed. If you did subscribe and you're still here, shout yourselves out. Matter of fact, I can shout you out. It's Cope Kills from Pure Adrenaline. This is like when I started the new channel exclusively for play-by-play. I'm following the pattern of a couple of friends of mine. I'll have the dual cast going on Snowman Multimedia as well as Snowman Sportsnet. But what I want to do is get Snowman Sportsnet to the point where it can stand on its own, have it monetized, and I can offer memberships on that channel. Can't do it on the main channel. Here we go to the top of the 4th, and a swing and a miss by Young-Hoo Lee for strike 1. The 0-1 from Blanco. A swing and a tapper to second. Altuve on the outer grass. Throws to first, and it's in time. One down in the fourth. One up, one down in the fourth inning. Now bring Matt Chapman to the plate, who walked, leading off the second, then was forced by Elliot Ramos. Blanco winds and fires to Chapman. It's outside for ball one. Bill says it's a serious crime that Snowman doesn't get a bigger following. I appreciate that. I really do. The windup and the pitch. It's a fastball strike on the outside, and the count's even 1 ball, 1 strike. I'd love to have a bigger following, given the fact that I'm through cancer, I'm getting healthy, the wind and the pitch is a strike, and the count's 1-2. That's a slider. Bruce Marmee, hello, Mrs. Snowman. John at PAS sent me Pure Adrenaline Sports. Thank you very much. Do me a favor to whoever comes in, subscribe. If you haven't subscribed to the main channel, please do. And if you also can couple it with a subscribe to Snowman_Sportsnet on YouTube, that will be great. That pitch is bounced in front of the plate, and the count's 2-2. Chapman walked his first time up. 1-0 Giants. They have 1 hit in the ball game, and that was the single that drove home the run. Here's the 2-2. High, 3-2. Michael Lyle in the house. What's going on, Lyle? Alejandro Herrera is with us as well. Thank you, Alejandro. And Lyle, I love you, brother. Thank you for joining in. And Bill, same message to you. From the windup, the payoff pitch. High, ball 4. The dreaded walk once again. And that's the second time Chapman's walked tonight. A walk can lead, and Victor can tell you this because he's a baseball rat, and I know Mike Lyle can tell you this because he's a baseball rat. A walk can lead to damage. And remember, they nearly turned a double play, the Astros did, in the top of the second, but they didn't, and that's what led to the run. Here's a sinker for a strike from Blanco to Elliot Ramos, and the count's 0-1. Ramos reached on a fielder's choice that turned into the only run of the ball game so far. The 0-1 pitch, swinging a foul out of play to the right, and the count's 0-2. Michael, we've watched baseball for many, many moons. A walk can lead to damage. That's why I always say the dreaded walk. 0-2 to Ramos. Blanco sets. The pitch. Outside corner, missed it, throw to second, safe. So Chapman in with a stolen base, and now he stands in scoring position, and there's that walk paying dividends for the Giants again. Lots of damage. Exactly. Are you a Giant fan? I loved Willie Mays. In many ways, I am, Bruce. I've loved Jack Clark when he played with him, Will Clark when he played with him. 1-2 the count to Ramos. The pitch on the way. Swing and a miss on a slider. 2 down in the inning. So that takes care of Ramos. That makes 4 strikeouts for Ronel Blano, and we're locked in a pitcher's duel, folks. If I have to pick 2 of my favorite Giants from the World Series teams, they will be Buster Posey and Pablo Sandoval. Here's the pitch to Patrick Bailey. It's low and inside for ball 1. Man, I've seen walks turn into so much damage. In fact, Victor and I were watching a White Sox game one Saturday afternoon, and a walk led to a slam later in the inning. Well, it was part of a 5-run inning. Buster was awesome. Yes, he was. Number 28. Oh, and much love for Barry Bonds when he was with the Giants. Can't leave him out of any Giants conversation. 2-0 to Bailey. Ronel Blano sets and fires. It's high, 3-0. Cannot leave Barry Bonds out of the equation. And now Yainer Diaz will come out and talk to Blanco. You know who else I love when he was with the Giants? Madison Bumgarner. He was deadly. I don't know how he's fallen off so badly, but he has. To Birmingham we go. There's 150 remaining in the fourth quarter, and the Longhorns lead TCU by 8, 55-47. This is after leading by 9 at the end of 3. Play-by-play with JJ made it. He says, I made it. Yes, you did, partner. 3-0 the count. The 3-0 pitch. Swing and a miss on a slider, and the count's 3-1. If anybody, one of the best swings he had in the game, Barry Bonds, absolutely. It was short and it was sweet. And he knew when he got a hold of one. It's a shame he's not in the Hall of Fame. 3-1 pitch. Inside. Oh, gave him to him. Gave him a strike, and it's 3-2. I thought he missed that one. Looking at it, he didn't miss it. He did not miss it. 3-2 the count. The payoff pitch. Swinging a tapper foul, first base side. Count stays where it is at 3-2. I'm not a big baseball fan. I'm just here to show support for my buddy. But I can tell you, when the Cubs won the World Series in 2016, that was really wild to watch. I know. I lived in LaPorte, Indiana, and I saw a lot of that celebration make its way down there. 3-2 the count to Patrick Bailey. The payoff pitch. Swing and a miss on a slider. And he gets out of the jam and leaves the runner in scoring position. 5 strikeouts for Ronel Blano. No runs, no hits, no errors, 1 left. And he got aboard via a walk. Giants only have 1 hit, but they also have the only run of the game. They lead 1-0. Hey, JJ, I got a question for you if you're still in the chat with us. What's the, not to be biased, but Game 7 of that World Series was one of the best games in American sports that I saw. Yeah, you are being biased. Only because I've been around longer. And I've seen better. But that was wild. That whole thing, that whole year was wild. And it was all capped off by the Cubs winning the World Series. I'm a White Sox fan to my heart. Okay, first and foremost, the first team that I ever loved, was the St. Louis Cardinals. Why? Ozzie Smith. Bruce Marmy got the bad press. Yeah, Barry got the bad press. Yes, he did. He's still getting the bad press. Because if he weren't getting the bad press, he'd be in the Hall of Fame right now. Play-by-play with JJ, 3-1 year. Yep, you saw it in the NBA World Championship, which I think is a conspiracy, and you saw it in the World Series. That 3-1 comeback was done fairly. All right, the Cubs beating the Indians. That 3-1 comeback in the NBA World Championship, foul. Very, very foul. Do you think the Astros turn it around? I think the Astros run away with the West. Alejandro Herrera with the question. Do you think the Astros turn it around? Yes. Yes, I do. If they can erase a 10-game deficit like they did last year, even with some of the pieces that they're missing. Even with some of the pieces that they're missing with Kyle Tucker, Alex Bregman, Jordan Alvarez swings and drives one to right field. It's short, and it will be caught by Yastrzemski, 1 out in the 4th. Oh, man, he just got under it. But I tell you what, though, so far the Yankees look like one of the teams to beat yet again. Bad refs cause loss of fan base. Ain't that the truth? Here's a strike, and the count's 0-1 to Christian Walker, who singled his first time up. Each team with only a hit to this juncture. How does Russ and KD choke? Oh, that's easy. Russell Westbrook wanted to control the team, and they took their foot off the gas pedal. That's easy, JJ. Yeah, OKC should have won. Absolutely, they should have won. but they got in their own way. Here's the 0-1. A swing and a smash to third. That's a fair ball. The long toss across is in time. What a play by Matt Chapman, the veteran. Hang a star on that. 2 up, 2 down in the fourth. My buddy Nick was just listening to you, and I told my nephew about it. He might tune in too. Thank you. Bruce Marmy says, bad reps cause loss of fan base. Better believe it. Encrypted Wolf is here, popping in to show support. I appreciate it. As Hicks fires to Yanner Diaz, and it's a strike, and the count's 0-1. This has been a pitcher's duel. 47 pitches thrown by Jordan Hicks to this point, 3 2/3. The pitch on the way, fastball outside, and the count's even 1-1. Hang a star on that one. That's for Ed Farmer, the late great Ed Farmer, who was a White Sox announcer for many, many years. 1 ball, 1 strike. The kick and the pitch is outside, 2-1 to Yanner Diaz. 2 up, 2 down here in the bottom of the fourth. Giants 1, Astros nothing. And we have a final in Birmingham. We'll get that to you in a moment. The pitch on the way is outside. 3-1. A sinker at 97, I beg your pardon. Texas becomes the third team to punch their ticket to the women's Final Four. They beat TCU by 11, 58-47. The pitch on the way is swung on and popped up. First base side, Lamonte Wade makes the catch. Inning over. So the Astros go up and out in order. Nothing across. We go to the fifth. It is 1-0 in favor of the San Francisco Giants. All right, time for some fifth inning trivia. I love it when you call baseball, my friend. Thank you. That conductor pace is what baseball really needed. Well, hey, JJ, I told you some of the folks I listened to, John Rooney, Ed Farmer, who else? Jack Buck, when he did the Cardinals for many years, Vince Scully, when he did the Dodgers. Many others. Many others I've listened to over the years. Tom Hamilton is one of my current favorites, the voice of the Cleveland Guardians. They're not you, my friend. Thank you. I'm always trying to set apart my own style of calling games. The only way to do that is to get some reps in. They're great, but I like it when you call it. Oh, man, thank you. I truly thank you for that. Top of the fifth for the Giants. 7, 8, and 9 due up for them. Wilmer Flores, Mike Yastrzemski, and Tyler Fitzgerald. 1 run, 1 hit, no errors for the Giants. No runs, 1 hit, no errors for the Houston Astros. Now, I'll tell you what. Who asked me that question? He says, I get it. Oh, I get it, me too. I know you do. I've listened to you a lot, JJ, and you're great at your craft. Alejandro Herrera says, do you think the Astros turn it around? Let me answer his question again. Yes. Especially now with the veterans they have in the outfield. Here we go to the fifth, and Wilmer Flores takes a strike with a fastball, and the count's 0-1. Flores is 1 for 1, a run-scoring single, an RBI single. That's the only run of the game so far. The pitch on the way, outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. I've had someone ask me, how do I come up with some of the terms that I do? I've listened to a lot of baseball. The kick and the pitch, swinging a foul out of play, and the count is now 1-2 to Wilmer Flores. That slider came in at 86, and Blanco has thrown 70 pitches in 4+. But he's a power pitcher. From the first base side of the rubber, Blanco delivers high, and the count's even 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Wilmer Flores. 1-0 Giants, top of the 5th. From the windup, the pitch. Curveball whacked on the ground to third. Paredes sucks it up. The toss across the first is in time. 1 down in the 5th. That ball was blistered, but Paredes was ready. I'd bring Mike Yastrzemski to the plate, who popped out to first. His first time up. Here's the pitch. Fastball outside, ball 1. I'll tell you what, Harry Carey had a great style too. You know, he's the one that gave me nothing to cross. From the windup, the 1-0 pitch. A swing and a pop-up. Left side and out of play. That'll even the count at 1-1. Yastrzemski 0 for 1 on the night. He popped to first. His first time up. So our congratulations to the Texas Lady Longhorns. They have punched their ticket to Tampa, and they'll play Friday night. The winner of this game, USC and UConn. From the windup, here's the 1-1 pitch. A swing and a line drive into right field. That's down for a base hit. Second hit of the night for the Giants. Third hit overall in the ball game. As Yastrzemski is now 1 for 2. With a base hit to right. That'll bring the ninth place hitter in Tyler Fitzgerald up to the plate. This is not one of those kind of times where you worry about Ronel Blano and his pitch count. Tyler Fitzgerald struck out his first time up. Blano from the stretch, kicks and fires. A swing and a tap foul at the plate. The count's 0-1. I'm going to have a challenge coming up called 30 Days of Baseball, whether it's here in studio or out at Columbus East. I know I have a game Saturday morning. Runner takes off, tossed to first, and they got him picked off, but they don't get him. Oh, boy, Mike Yastrzemski had a major jump. And now he sits at second with nobody out. So a single and a stolen base begin the 5th. Harry Carey, Bruce says, Harry Carey was a great sportscaster singing the 7th inning stretch. Is Drew Carey his son? No. No, 2 different people. The pitch, bunted up in the air and down. Blano has nowhere to go. So an infield single puts runners at the corners and nobody out, and this is the first legitimate jam of the night for Ronel Blano. It's nice to be actually tuning into other people's streams and be off the mic. Yes, it is. That was a great bunt by Mike Yastrzemski. I bet his grandpa taught. Oh, that's Tyler Fitzgerald. I beg your pardon. Tyler Fitzgerald laid down a great bunt, and now it puts runners at the corners and 1 out. I beg your pardon, because Bailey struck out. So the double play is still in order. Drew and Jim related? No, they're not. They are not related. One nothing Giants here in the top of the 5th. There's 1 out and 2 runners aboard. Dadgummit. I got lost in my book again. Blano from the stretch. Kicks and fires. Outside, ball 1. That's why my book looked weird. There was a reason. Dang nabbit. Because I didn't mark where the last inning ended. Here's a pitch. That's a strike, and the count's even 1-1. One ball, 1 strike to Lamonte Wade, who was 0 for 2. And the 1-1 pitch from Blano. A swing and a high fly ball into right. Under it is Cam Smith. He's got it. Tagging at third. And coming home to score is Mike Yastrzemski. The throw, not in time. And he was called safe Will there be a review? They have it at 2-0 so far. Yastrzemski waits. He tags and... Oh, he beat the throw. I think the question is going to be if he was out of the baseline. If there's a review, there's no review coming. So Yastrzemski scores. It's 2-0 Giants. Sacrifice flyer for Lamonte Wade. And the first pitch to Adames is fouled out of play for strike one. So now the Astros find themselves down 2 runs. 2 hits in the inning. Fitzgerald at first, 2 down. There's 2 out now, Alejandro. Blanco from the stretch, turns and throws to first, runner back. And that's 1 disengagement. I haven't kept up with the new rules yet. I'm going to. All right, let's turn our attention to UConn and USC because that's for the final spot in the Final Four, and that is popped up foul out of play. They haven't started yet. They'll start at 9:20. So I believe we're going to have some time, and we'll go to that game when done here. Wake Forest Baseball Club says, Snowman, what's going on? How are you? 0-2 the count. The pitch on the way, high and tight, 1-2. 2-0 Giants. They got a run in the second, and they plated a run here in the fifth. Luis Contreras is up and throwing in the Astros bullpen. Blanco from the stretch. The 1-2 pitch is outside, and the count's even 2-2. Fitzgerald bluffed going, but did not go anywhere. Adames 0 for 2, a strikeout and a foul out. He has 1 run driven in so far this year. Blanco, third base side of the rubber, comes to the set position. And the pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Adames strikes out for the second time tonight, but the Giants get a run on 2 hits, no errors, and they leave 1. We go to the bottom of the fifth. It's the Giants 2 and the Astros nothing. And Jeremy Pena will lead off the bottom of the fifth. Here, make sure I get my line score up there. I'd like to buy a scorebook, but I think I can do better creating one. Jordan Hicks has retired 10 in a row. And 4 of those 10 in a row have been on strikeouts. He has 5 strikeouts for the game? Yeah, 5 strikeouts. Yeah, I think I can do better creating my own scorebook. And I mean, the scorebook I want is nice, but I just think I can do better creating one. Only problem is I don't have the press that will put it in rings. I got a 3-hole punch. I'll figure it out. I will figure it out. Always figured it out before. But I actually want a scorebook. JJ, what scorebook do you use when you do your games? All right, to the bottom of the fifth we go. Jeremy Pena, Cam Smith, and Mauricio Dubon due up to face the hard-throwing Jordan Hicks, who has struck out 5 and has retired 10 in a row. Hicks from the set, kicks and deals. A swing and a smash foul, third base side for strike 1. Gave him a sinker at 97, and it didn't sink enough. Pena has 1 home run on the year. Covey Sports. Okay. Jordan Hicks, the former reliever turned starter, 0-1 the count. The kick and the pitch. Swinging a tapper to the pitcher. Hicks throws to first. That's in time. 11 in a row retired by Jordan Hicks. There's one out in the 5th inning. 1-3 if you're scoring at home with this. Me, I just used a regular old binder. Cam Smith now steps in. Coming to the Astros from Florida State. Here's the pitch. A swing and a tapper up the middle. Grabbed by Fitzgerald. Tossed to first is in time. 2 down in the inning. Hang a star on that one, too. I hear somebody yawning. No? No? 2 up, 2 down to Mauricio Dubon, who struck out his first time up back in the 2nd when Jordan Hicks struck out the side, all called. And speaking of called, there's a strike and the count's 0-1. They should be getting started right about now in Spokane. The pitch, fastball outside, and the count's even 1-1. Yep, that was my wife yawning. 5 pitches this inning so far after throwing 22 in the first. The pitch on the way is a slider for a strike, and the count's 0-2. Dubon offered at the pitch, so that goes down as a swinging strike. One-two pitch, swing and a miss, and that's that. Dubon is retired, and so are the Astros. 13 in a row retired by Jordan Hicks. He hasn't allowed a base runner since the 1st inning. And we go to the 6th with the Giants leading 2-0. Why did I turn my notebook this way? I meant to turn it this way. There we go. There we are. All right, we're getting the second doubleheader game up. And Connecticut has an early lead of 5-3. We will definitely keep our eye on that one. It's the number 2 seed, Connecticut Huskies, and the number 1 seed, USC Trojans that are playing without Juju Watkins. USC is going to have to lean on their defense to claim victory. And you know what the wild part is? Because Juju Watkins is not in the lineup, Connecticut is favored, y'all ready for this, by 13.5. Do you think they'll cover that? Make your comments down below. Do you think Connecticut will cover that 13.5? I'm rooting for Page also. I felt bad for Flauche yesterday. I did too, man. Blanco starts the 6th inning with a ball inside, and the count's 1-0 to Young-Hoo Lee. Lee, Chapman, and Ramos with the Giants leading 2-0. Lee is grounded out twice, once to Blanco and once to Altuve. That's outside. And the count's 2-0. 2 walks on the night for Ronel Blano. He works first base side of the rubber, kicks and fires, a strike, and the count's 2-1. I felt really bad for Juju Watkins when she tore her ACL. I hate seeing that injury. Blanco works first base side of the rubber. From the windup, here's the 2-1 pitch. A swing and a slash, foul on a play to the left. And the count's now 1-2. And as I said, if time permits, we'll take a short break and we'll get you to Spokane. And I'll have the finish of that game between UConn and USC. From the windup, here's the 2-2 pitch. A curveball whacked out of play, foul. And the count stays where it is at 2-2. Once again, the 2-2 pitch. High and wide, and the count's full 3-2. Giants 2, Astros nothing. 2-3-0 for the Giants, 0-1-0 for the Astros. Jordan Hicks has only allowed one hit. Congrats to Haley Van Lith, too. Absolutely. The pitch on the way. Ball 4. Third walk issued by Ronel Blano, and it's to Young-Hoo Lee. And you have to wonder if he's running out of gas. We're about to find out because the manager, Espada, is coming out to the mound now, and he's made the call to the bullpen. So we're going to have a break. There's a pitching change, and we'll let you know the pitcher, the new pitcher, in about 2 minutes. All right, let me take a breath. I'll be right back.
Attention sports fans, looking for the ultimate gear and apparel to show your team pride? Look no further than Fanatics, the #1 destination for sports enthusiasts. Visit snowmanmultimediasports.com today and shop a wide selection of officially licensed merchandise from your favorite teams and players. From jerseys to hats to accessories to collectibles, Fanatics has it all. Don't miss out on the chance to elevate your game day experience. Head over to snowmanmultimediasports.com/fanatics and gear up like a true fan with Fanatics. Officially licensed everything.
Do you remember our first group photo? This is it. Smiles all around, even though we were all nervous.
Who could have imagined that our first weekend together would soon turn into a lifetime of memories?
You're an amazing young man. Your brothers and sisters really look up to you. They're a big brother.
It's so cool to watch the adult that you've become, and you really have done as much for us as you think we've done for you.
You know, it took 20 years, and I got my third child who was 17 at the time.
There's so many rewards in life. You coming into our home was one of the...
All right, we're back from this call to the bullpen, and it brings us Luis Contreras, who pitched 9 2/3 this spring and doesn't have an ERA. He inherits a runner at first and nobody out. Contreras, third base side of the rubber, is set. And the first pitch, high, ball 1 to Matt Chapman. Chapman has 2 walks, so he doesn't have an official at bat. And he also has a stolen base. That came in the 4th. The pitch, strike call, and the count's even 1-1. You had Haley, Angel, and a young Flage. Yeah, they did. They did, talking about that LSU team. 1 ball, 1 strike. Contreras is ready, and the pitch is a strike, and the count's 1-2 with a slider. One ball, 2 strikes. Nobody out, a runner aboard here in the top of the 6th inning. 2-0 in favor of the San Francisco Giants. And the 1-2, strike 3 called. Big strikeout. So Chapman strikes out for his first official at bat, and there's 1 out in the 6th. Elliot Ramos is up to the plate. He is 1 for 2 on the evening. Or 0 for 2, beg your pardon. Toss to first, runner back. That's the first disengagement by Contreras. Contreras from the stretch, works to Ramos. And the pitch on the way. A swing and a foul out of play to the right. And the count's on 1. I need to start reaching out to affiliate marketers. I've been slacking on that. I know the feeling. I've been slacking on a lot of things. But slowly changing all of that. 0-1 the count to Ramos. The pitch on the way is a strike on the inside corner. The count is 0-2. Garrett Crochet just agreed to a 6-year extension in Boston. Nice. Good for that young man. White Sox had him but traded him away. But I think they got something special. It doesn't kick in until next year. Okay. Oh, the pitch on the way is popped up. To the right side, Cam Smith, a long way to go, but Altuve is there to make the catch. 2 down in the inning. So Ramos is now 0 for 3. And with 2 down, here is Patrick Bailey, who has struck out twice on the night. I just finished watching the Mets at Pure Drilling Sports. John said to watch your stream. Thank you, bud. Appreciate you. Here's the pitch. Low and inside, ball 1. Lee thought about taking off. He didn't. It includes an opt-out after 2:30. That's Garrett Crochet's contract. Okay. I want the young man to stay healthy. Because I think Crochet is worth it. The 1-0 pitch is low. 2 balls, no strikes. I really think Garrett Crochet is worth it. Just needs to stay healthy. But that's the thing with pitchers. Calamity can strike at any time. Tommy John, anyone? And I'm talking about the originator of the name of the surgery. Throw to first, runner back. 2 disengagements. He's worth $170 million. I think he is, long as he stays healthy. Long as he stays healthy. 2-0 the count to Patrick Bailey, and the 2-0 pitch, swing and a miss, and the count's 2-1. Threw him a slider. That slider clocked in at 84. 2-1 the count. The pitch on the way, another slider, and that's inside, and the count's 3-1. Ronel Blano is responsible for Young-Hoo Lee. He goes 5+, gives up 2 runs. They're both earned. He walked 3, and he struck out 5. A turn and throw to first. Back is Lee. That's the second disengagement for this batter. That was like us paying Embiid for the first time, and we lucked out. Then we wrongfully extended him. That's a lot for a risk. Well, every athlete that signs an extension like that is a risk. Here's the pitch. It's a strike, and the count's full, 3-2. So now Young-Hoo Lee will be in motion. Every athlete of that caliber is a risk when you try to extend them. And they need to do their best to stay healthy, and Embiid has not. Crochet is getting a chance to prove himself. Payoff pitch. Inside, ball 4. 4th walk of the night issued by the Astros pitching staff. Contreras not happy with that last pitch. And that'll bring Wilmer Flores to the plate, who has a run-scoring single and a ground out to third on a great play by Isaac Paredes. It all depends. Any extension that a big-time athlete gets, it all depends on how they perform before, during, and after said extension. You brought up a great point as well with Joel Embiid. Embiid's problem, and I've said all along, is that Embiid can't stay healthy. You get a chance to prove yourself. First thing you need to do is stay healthy. Wilmer Flores 1 for 2 on the night. Right-handed batter versus right-hand pitcher, and the pitch on the way is outside, ball 1. Now the slider. Contreras is relying on the sliders a lot. You have some that can live out their contract, and you have some that cannot. And the pass goes with them. The pitch. Strike called, and the count's even 1-1. And if you think about it, JJ, and I know you and I have had playful arguments about this, I still say Joel Embiid should not have been Defensive Player of the Year, or should have been Most Valuable Player, I beg your pardon, in 2023. The pitch on the way. Outside, 2-1. "17 pitches so far for Luis Contreras in this inning. And the pitch. A swing and a drive into deep left field. That is trouble. Back at the wall, and that ball is gone. 2 walks in the inning, and they both have scored, and the Giants now lead 5-0 as Wilmer Flores has driven in 4 tonight. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. What did I say earlier, folks? The dreaded walk. And now 2 of them this inning, including Patrick Bailey, have scored. Both walks in this inning have scored. Wilmer Flores started the scoring with a run-scoring single in the second. And now he adds to it with a 3-run blast in the 6th. And it's 5-0 Giants. The pitch is inside, ball 1 to Mike Yastrzemski. Boy, oh boy. This was not the time you needed to walk people, especially when you remove Ronel Blano, and his defense was playing good behind him. The pitch on the way is low, 2-0. Now you got problems with Contreras not being able to find the plate. And the one time he does find the plate, saved the strikeout from Chapman, Wilmer Flores deposits it in the left field seats. Here's the 2-0. A swing, a smash, base hit in the center field, and this is trouble. All this is leading into trouble. That's the second hit for Mike Yastrzemski. Now you got more activity in the Astros bullpen. If there was any particular area of the Astros where they have been vulnerable since 2023, it's their bullpen. And remember now, Ryan Presley is now with the Cubs. Same with Kyle Tucker. Here's the pitch. High, ball 1. This is the time where you need a Ryan Presley. Because a veteran like Presley can shut the door on an inning like this. Wilmer Flores strikes again. Tyler Fitzgerald 1 for 2 on the night, and the pitch is upstairs, 2-0, and Contreras cannot find the zone. And if he loses this batter, that may be it for him. So 1 run is charged to Ronel Blano. So he gives up 3 runs. The other 2 are charged to Contreras. It's a strike, and the count's 2-1. Nor Hector Neris either. Exactly. The Astros have been so vulnerable in their bullpen, and the team that proved it the most was the Texas Rangers in the American League Championship Series 2 years ago. 2-1. The pitch. A swing and a pop-up foul. That's out of play. And the count is now even at 2-2. The dreaded walk has hurt the Astros here in the 5th. Lee walked, Bailey walked, and Flores paid it off with a 3-run homer. Now the Astros have a mountain to climb. 2-2 the count. Turn and throw to first, runner back. That pen was deep. Yeah, they were deep. Now they're razor thin right now, unless these young ones develop in a hurry, which you have the entire season to do. The 2-2 pitch. A swing and a foul out of play to the right. Count stays where it is at 2-2. Let me ask you a question, JJ. Do you really think Joel Embiid is worth it at the end of the day? I want an honest answer, and I want an honest answer for anybody in the chat also. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down. Runner aboard at first, and the pitch on the way, swing and a miss, and the inning is over. But the damage has been done. The Giants get 3 on 2 hits, no errors, and 1 left. To the bottom of the 6th, it's the Giants 5 and the Astros nothing. Yeah, JJ. Is he worth? Do you think he's worth the money? Yeah, I did these lines wrong. 9-1-2 due up for the Astros, and Jordan Hicks is throwing a minimum amount of pitches. Good answer. Good answer. Do me a favor, folks. Spread the new channel, youtube.com/snowman_sportsnet, to all of your friends, because I have a 7-day challenge of getting 500 subscribers to that channel so we can make it stand alone and can offer memberships as well. I think we saw him play his last game. Yep. And you know what happened with Joel Embiid besides getting hurt? I don't think Joel Embiid has played a full season in his 11-year career. I don't know that to be accurate, but I believe that to be the case. JJ, you're the authority on the Sixers. You can correct me if I'm wrong on that. All right, to Spokane, I beg your pardon. For an update. Number 2 UConn versus number 3 USC. And that's their national rankings. The seeds are 2-1. And UConn has the lead by 1, 14-13 in the second quarter. Myers, Altuve, and Paredes due up for the Astros. And Hicks delivers. It is outside, ball 1 to Jake Myers, who was 0 for 1. He flew out to center fielder Young-Hoo Lee. The pitch on the way, a swing and a smack to third. Up with it, Chapman. Toss across to first is in time. 1 up, 1 down in the 6th, and Jordan Hicks has retired 14 in a row. $14 in a row retired by Jordan Hicks. Here's a fastball high and tight to Altuve for ball 1. Hicks has only allowed 1 hit in the game. That came in the first when he threw the most amount of pitches in an inning with 22. The pitch on the way, outside, no swing, and the count's 2-0. A slider at 81. Hicks has only thrown 62 pitches. 62 to this juncture. Hicks sets and fires. A swing and a pop-up foul out of play, and the count's 2-1. UConn has opened up a 5-point lead. 18-13, they're in the second quarter. And they have the ball with 7:53 left in the half. We'll keep you updated on that game as well. 2-1 the count. Altuve's ready. So is Hicks. Here she comes. High, 3-1. The Reds beat the Rangers 14-3. Holy cow. And the White Sox shut out the Twins 9-0. The pitch on the way is ball 4, and Altuve reaches for the first runner to reach since the first inning. And this comes via a walk, the second walk issued by Jordan Hicks tonight. Ryan Marshall gets a basket. She has 8 points in the game. And Connecticut just turned the ball over. Here's the first pitch. It's a strike to Isaac Paredes, and it's on, and the count's 0-1. Paredes is 0 for 1. He walked in the first, grounded to short in the third. Yes, Victor, you heard that score right. The pitch on the way is a strike, and the count's even 1-1. Or the count's 0-2. Beg your pardon. Count's 0-2. I am rusty. I am rusty in calling games, but I will get back to it. Embiid needed Maxey over Fraud Simmons. I agree with that. And I said that Ben Simmons wouldn't amount to anything. And people thought I was nuts. People thought I was crazy when Ben Simmons was drafted. I said he wouldn't be worth anything. Here's the 0-2. A swing and a high fly into left. Going back is Heliot Ramos. He's got it in front of the wall. And there's 2 down in the inning. Doggone it. Here is Jordan Alvarez, who was 0 for 2 on the night. It was wild. Those cake shakes at the stadium are helping. Yeah, they are. Martin Perez had 9 strikeouts, and he took a no-hitter into the 7th inning. And I was monitoring that, too. I'm going to find a way to cover the White Sox this year. I think I have it, but I got to test a couple things. Bottom of the 6th, here's the pitch to Alvarez. It's outside for ball 1. It is the 6th inning, and Hicks is still throwing 99 and 100. And we got to talk about ballpark food tomorrow on the morning show. The pitch, swinging a slash, foul out of play to the left. And the count's even 1-1. It's called Rate Field, JJ. I still call it New Comiskey Park. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 down. Hicks has thrown only 70 pitches. The pitch to Alvarez. They appeal at third. No swing. The count's 2-1. Two balls and a strike. UConn up 7, 6:35 left in the half, and Alvarez lines it to left, and Ramos is right there to end the inning. So Alvarez is retired. The Astros don't get anything except a base runner. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 left. We go to the top of the 7th. It is 5-0 Giants. Meanwhile, UConn has the ball moving right to left. Chen dancing on the dribble. Here comes AZ Fudd has no points. And USC has just crept to within 5. Pacers beat the Kings 111-109. Clippers beat the Magic 96-87, so they creep within a game of the 6th seed. Becker's with a steal. And here they come on the fly to Chen. She lays it in. The Heat smashed the Wizards 120-94. Caitlin Chen has 4 points in the game. Celtics beat the Grizzlies 117-103, so they did the Warriors a favor, considering we see the Grizzlies later. We see the Grizzlies tomorrow, I believe. And yes, I will be covering that one. I don't want to say what the Thunder are doing to the Bulls right now. It is not pretty. Jump ball. Nope, USC got a steal and a timeout. We go to the top of the 7th, and the top of the order is due up for the Giants. Ryan Gusto looking to bring the gusto for the Astros, as he is the 3rd pitcher of the night. So it's the top of the order. Lamonte Wade, Willie Adames, and Young-Hoo Lee due up. for the San Francisco Giants. As we're in the 7th, Giants lead 5-0. Gusto's pitch is a strike, and the count's 0-1. On 1 the count. From the windup, the 0-1. A swing and a foul out of play to the left. And the count's 0-2. Oh, and 2 the count. And the pitch on the way. A swing and a high fly ball into left center field. Going back on it is Dubon. He's got it. 1 out in the 7th. You ever been so scared to do something? Do you think Garrett Crochet is a great pitcher? I believe so. Yeah. Remember it being called U.S. Cellular Field? Yes, I do. I wish they'd just go back to New Comiskey Park. Here's Willie Adames, and he spanks one through the left side for a base hit in the left center field. Hit number 5 tonight for the Giants. Now to bring Young-Hoo Lee up to the plate, who is 0 for 2 with a walk. Here's the pitch. It's outside for ball 1 with a slider. Kenneth Clark says, hey, my friend, how are you doing tonight? I'm doing good. Who you got winning the March Madness tournament? Well, to be perfectly honest, Houston. The pitch. Swinging a foul out of play to the left. And the count's even 1-1. Houston got to the Final Four for the first time since 2021. They need to finish the job. Everybody's leaning on Duke with Cooper Flagg, and I can't say I blame him. The pitch on the way. A swing and a drive into left center field. Myers is going to run it down. 2 down in the inning. Next time I do baseball, I have to remember that I can't put the separating lines through every inning, because a couple times it's crossed me up. So 2 down here in the top of the 7th inning. And here is Matt Chapman, who's made a couple of great defensive plays, but he's 0 for 1 on the night with a strikeout and 2 walks. Swings and misses at the first pitch. And the count's 0-1. On 1 the count. And a throw to first, runner back safely. Oh, 1 the count. And the pitch is a strike, and the count's 0-2. 2 down here in the top of the 7th. Also, portions of tonight's program brought to you by Deemed Fit, made by first responders for first responders. Next one, swing and a miss, and that's that. So a hit didn't hurt him this time. That's the second time Chapman has struck out in the game. No runs, a hit, no errors, and 1 left. We go to the bottom of the 7th. It's the Giants 5 and the Astros nothing. Starting to sound like the World Theater with the name changes. Yeah, like Willis Tower. I'm from Chicago. I got to defend it. It's the Sears Tower as far as I'm concerned. It will always be the Sears Tower. Scoreboard reads like this. The White Sox beat the Twins 9-0. The Twins are 0-4 to start the season. Angels and Cardinals are 3 apiece. They're in the bottom of the 8th. Blue Jays beat the Nationals 5-2. The Guardians lead the Padres 1-0. They're in the top of the 2nd inning. The Tigers lead the Mariners 4-0. They're still batting in the top of the 1st. The Cubs and the Athletics are warming up. So are the Braves and the Dodgers. Finals are in from earlier. It was the Royals pounding the Brewers 11-1. The Royals are 2-2 on the year. The Orioles beat the Red Sox, 8-5. It was the Phillies over the Rockies 6-1. The Reds pounded the Rangers 14-3. Mets over the Marlins 10-4. It was the Rays over the Pirates 6-1. And that's your scoreboard update. .429 left in the first half. And it's 26-19 in favor of UConn. I think we'll do Twins and Royals next Monday night. Yeah, we'll do I'm leaning either Dodgers Nationals or Twins Royals. New pitcher for the Giants, and he delivers a strike, and the count's 0-1. It'll be Christian Walker, Yonder Diaz, and Jeremy Pena. So Jordan Hicks goes 6, strikes out 6, walks a pair, didn't give up any runs, and he gave up 1 hit. Here's the pitch from Royal. That's fouled out of play, and the count's 0-2. Edmundo Sosa hit a go-ahead 2-run home run to give the Phillies the win. Alonso with a grand slam for the Mets today. The pitch on the way. That's way outside, and the count's 1-2. Paige Becker's at the free throw line. She dropped her first one and missed the second one. The USC chases down the rebound. We will go to that game as Camilo Doval is on. 59 innings pitched, 39 walks, 78 strikeouts last year. 1-2 pitch. Swinging a ground ball headed to short. Up with it, Adames. Toss across the first is low, but dug out beautifully by Wade. 1 out in the 7th. And Connecticut just came up with another steal. Here's Beckers flying in, shoots it up. Nope, foul called. Beckers shoots 2. It's just the park just needs to go back to New Comiskey Park. Here's a pitch, low, ball 1. And the reason they got the 2003 All-Star game was because U.S. Cellular paid for the upgrades to that park. 2 years later, they get a World Series championship. Now they really got upgrades to the park, and I like it. Just need to change the sponsor. The 1-0 pitch to Diaz is high and tight, 2-0. So the Astros have got to be thinking, man, what's going on here? We get rid of one fireballer and we get another one? 2-0 the count. Doval sets and fires. A swing and a miss, and the count's 2-1. Another slider. Let me just thank everybody that has come on tonight to take in this ball game and every update I brought with you. I think we're going to have time to close out. Here's a smash. Caught it short by Adames. 2 down in the inning. Even when the Astros hit the ball on the button, it's right to somebody. So 2 down. To Jeremy Pena. And that pitch is low, ball 1. Pena 0 for 2, a strikeout and a ground out. He grounded to the pitcher, Jordan Hicks. Here it comes. It's a strike on the inside corner, and the count's even 1-1. Next week, Monday Night Baseball will take you to Washington as the Dodgers and the Nationals will do battle. Here's the 1-1 pitch to Pena. That's inside, and the count's 2-1. I think what I'll do is I'll put a poll up before I go to bed tonight and see which game you guys want me to do. I'll see which game you guys want me to do. The pitch on the way, swing and a miss. And the count's now even at 2-2. Whoops. Sorry about that. 2-2. 2 out, bottom of the 7th. Giants lead the Astros 5-0. It's the first of 3 with these two teams. Double all from the stretch. And the 2-2. A swing and a tapper foul. And the count remains where it is at 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 down. Bottom of the 7th, 5-0 Giants. Here she comes. A swing and a pop-up. It's Chapman that will make the one-handed catch. And that will retire the side. So a pop-up to third ends the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left. After 7, it's the Giants 5 and the Astros nothing. I enjoy your calling. I will watch whatever you podcast. Thank you, Bruce. Hey, Bruce, did you subscribe to the new channel? If so, I'll put it in the chat again. If not, I should say, if y'all haven't subscribed to the new channel, I'll put it in the chat again. It'll be our exclusive play-by-play arm of Snowman Multimedia. There you go. Excuse me. Please give the second channel a sub if you can. Oh, you know what? Okay. We're heading to the top of the 8th, and they're headed toward halftime in Spokane. So what I'll do is I'll put a poll up each week of which games you all want me to do, and whatever percentage has the most, that's the one I'll do. There are 70 seconds left in the first half, and the Yukon Huskies are up by 10. Now they're down to the final minute. Irrefin with an 18-footer, in and out, rebound Beckers. We're going to the 8th inning in Houston, and the Giants lead the Astros 5-0. 5, 6, and 7 due up for the Giants. Ramos, Bailey, and Flores. And another 3 goes down for Becker. She has 10, all in the second quarter. And now they'll play for the final shot. Beckers holds out near the timeline. I'm going to split the action here. Beckers holds 16-15. Count it down with us as we get ready to start the 8th inning in Houston. Beckers for 3. Splash. As the half comes to an end. And the first pitch to Patrick Bailey is Fouled off for a strike, and the count's 0-1. Bailey 0 for 2 with a walk and a run scored. Yep. Well, that's what happened. I incorrectly marked Ramos. No. Oh, I missed it. That's why I'm in the wrong spot again. I told you I'm rusty at this. Ramos with a double, the 0-1 pitch, inside corner strike, and it's 0-2. Oh, and 2 the count. And the pitch on the way. Low and inside. And the count's now 1-2. They're at halftime in Spokane. It's 39-25. This is wow, you're a multitasking madman. I'm just making it work, man. 1-2 pitch. They appeal at third, no swing, and the count's even at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out. Runner at second and Elliot Ramos. In the top of the 8th inning. And the pitch is low. And the count goes full at 3-2. There have definitely been a couple of oops moments on this maiden voyage of Monday Night Baseball, but that's okay. That's why we got the whole season to clean them up. The pitch, swinging a pop-up into center. Jake Myers drifting back in front of the track, makes the catch. The throw will come in toward third, and Ramos tags and moves to third with 1 out in the 8th. That's a sacrifice fly for Patrick Bailey. Now to bring Wilmer Flores to the plate, and Wilmer Flores has the biggest blow in this game with a 3-run homer. That came in the 6th. From the windup, here's the pitch to Flores. That's high and tight for ball 1, and Flores had to get out of the way. Now he's going to take a walk around the plate court. Man, what are you doing to me? Flores is 2 for 3, a single, a home run. He's driven in 4 of the 5 runs. From the windup, here's the 1-0 pitch. A slider for a strike, and the count's even 1-1. Well, thank you to Bruce and to my buddy Bill for subscribing to the new channel. Want to get it monetized as soon as possible so it can stand on its own, and I can separate the 2 channels. The pitch on the way is low, 2-1. Wilmer Flores is streaking toward our BetUS.com player of the game. Two balls and 1 strike, the count. From the windup, the 2-1 pitch, a swing and a pop-up foul. First base side, does Christian Walker have room? No, he doesn't. It's out of play. That'll even the count at 2-2. Two balls and 2 strikes to Wilmer Flores. Gusto set at the belt. And the 2-2 pitch, a swing and a smash to second. Altuve up with it. Tossed to first is in time. That keeps Ramos where he is. With the infield all the way in. And there's 2 down in the 8th. And now it'll take a base hit to get that run home. And the fellow that's coming up has the ability to do it, Mike Yastrzemski. Giants scored 1 in the 2nd, 1 in the 5th, and 3 in the 6th. And that's where we stand right now, 5-0. They've out-hit the Astros 7-1. The pitch to Yaz is a strike, and the count's 0-1. Next one, swing and a miss, and the count is 0-2. Yastrzemski is 2 for 3 on the evening. I won't bet on sports until Pete Rose goes into the Hall of Fame. I agree. Double barrel activity now for the San Francisco Giants in their bullpen. 0-2 the count. From the windup, the 0-2 pitch, a swing and a smash to Altuve. He sucks it up, throws to first in time, inning over. So the double does no damage. To the bottom of the 8th we go. It is 5-0 in favor of the Giants. Now, I think Pete Rose should. Why? See, I talked about this on Snowman in the morning. Why are they going to wait until. Why are they waiting to put Pete Rose in the Hall of Fame? He's the all-time hits leader. And now they're going. Now that Pete Rose has left us, God bless him, they're going to posthumously elect him into the Hall of Fame. Watch this. You had 36 years to get it right. You had 36 years to get it right, Major League Baseball. Although my dad took me to see Big Red win the Triple Crown, going away, Secretariat won by 31 lengths. I watched that race. I should say I watched a replay of that race. There was no horse like Secretariat. Secretariat was not playing. UConn leads USC 39-25 at the half. And looks to be the 4th team in the women's Final Four. WWE is weird about inducting people too. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. These Hall of Fames, man. Because I tell you, 2 baseball players right now that should be in the Hall of Fame without question. One is Barry Bonds and the other is Pete Rose. Cam Ward will lead off. Cam Smith, I beg your pardon, Cam Ward. Jeez. Cam Smith will lead off the bottom of the 8th inning. No one had reached the clubhouse turn when he broke tape. Man, Secretariat, I'll tell you again, Secretariat was not playing. He had a mission to win the Triple Crown, and he did just that. Bottom of the 8th inning, 5-0 Giants as Bivens comes on to pitch, and Cam Smith fouls off the first pitch for strike 1. Hicks started, went 6. Doval pitched the 7th, and now Bivens is pitching the 8th. What happened to pitchers going the distance anymore? 0-1 pitch is grounded foul, and the count's 0-2. Whatever happened to pitchers that were adamant about finishing the game when they had a lead? I mean, they're very, very adamant about finishing the game when they had a lead. Very adamant about it. One of the best examples I can think of is Jack Morris, Game 7 of the World Series in 1991. 0-2 pitch, low, 1-2. Oy, oy, oy. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Bivens is ready, and the 1-2 pitch. It hit him. So that is only the 4th base runner of the night. Cam Smith is on with a hit by pitch. He'll take his lead off at first with Mauricio Dubon at the plate. Astros want to get something going. That pitch is outside at 93 miles an hour for ball one. One ball, no strikes the count. The pitch on the way, a swing and a line drive to second. Gathering in is Fitzgerald on a bounce. He tosses it to first in time. And there's one out in the eighth with Cam Smith headed to second. With one out, it'll bring up Jake Myers, who was 0 for 2 on the evening. Jordan Hicks was dealing tonight. He threw 22 pitches in the first inning and then settled down and held the Astros at bay. Here's the pitch. Swinging a foul out of play to the right, and the count's 0-1. Stick around, folks. If time permits, we'll take you to Spokane, Washington for the finish of UConn and USC for a spot in the women's Final Four. The 0-1 pitch to Myers is inside. The count's even. 1 ball, 1 strike. One and one the count. The pitch on the way is outside. 2-1. Two balls, 1 strike. Here it comes. That's fouled at the plate. And the count's even 2-2. Base runner is a start. I love complete games, Bruce. I love complete games because that's the endurance factor for me. Next one, outside, the count's full 3-2. I remember Mark Burley, when he was with the White Sox, was not giving up the ball unless he had an absolutely terrible start. And when I say terrible, I'm talking about more than 6 hits and more than 5 runs. The payoff pitch, swing and a miss. And there's 2 down in the inning, and Myers is retired. He's now 0 for 3. That'll take us back to the top of the order when Jose Altuve, who was 0 for 2 with a walk on the inning, on the night, on the evening. Altuve is up. In the hole is Isaac Paredes. Here's the pitch to Altuve. A strike, and the count's 0-1. Yeah, I love seeing complete games. I absolutely love seeing complete games because, I'll say it again, that's the endurance factor for me. To see how far a pitcher can go and keep the other team off balance. That pitch is outside, and the count's even 1-1 to Jose Altuve. 0 for 2 with a walk on the evening. Hitting .385 so far on the season. 1-1 pitch. A swing and a smash. Oh, what a catch! It's off the hand of Rojas. I thought he caught it. But Altuve lined it off of his hand. He reaches with a base hit. And now you have runners on the corners. And Martinez is going to come out and take a look at him. Oh my goodness, that was a rocket. It got hit off the tip of his hand. A complete game shows the conditioning of that player. Yes, it does. Especially with a fellow like Nolan Ryan who could pitch a complete game, throw 120 pitches, and have 15 strikeouts. Saw that one live. Man, I tell you what, Bibbins got that hand up in self-defense. Now here's Isaac Paredes, who can put a dent in this lead with one swing of the bat. Altuve and the first base umpire having a laugh. That ball was blistered off of Bivens. Now here's Paredes. First and third, 2 down here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Here's the pitch. Strike called on the inside corner. The count's 0-1. Nolan turned into Superman when my Mets traded him. Yeah? No, another pitcher that was Superman? Steve Carlton. I already mentioned Mark Burley. The 0-1 pitch. Outside, 1 ball, 1 strike to Paredes. I'd love to see the Astros load the bases with the big man on deck, Jordan Alvarez. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 down, bottom of the 8th inning. And the pitch on the way. A swing and a drive into deep left field. Back on it is Ramos. It's off the wall. That'll get a pair home. In comes Cam Smith. All around and coming home is Altuve. The throw. Save! And the Astros are on the board. It's 5-2. A 2-run double for Isaac Paredes. And finally, the Astros get some runs. A little more juice on it, and it gets out of here. But a good job by Paredes going the opposite way and smashing it off the left field scoreboard. So now the Astros are in business. It's now 5-2. In the bottom of the 8th inning. I am having a good time. All right, they've gone to a break. Let's go back to Spokane. And they're ready for the third quarters. It'll be UConn ball to start the third period. And they come in play to Chen. Chen walks the ball across the timeline, left to right. Hold it. Shot clock issue. I want you all's thoughts on this also. Should the NCAA women's tournament go back to the 4 major regions, East, South, Midwest, and West? I think it should. And you should have them in bigger cities. Back to business. Chen walks across the timeline into the front court. Plays it left to Fudd. Fudd holds and looks. Beckers cuts. They don't see her. Up top to Al Alfie. Al Alfie holds 3-point stripe. On her way to the right. Now gives it back to Chen. Works it left of the lane. Comes underneath to Sarah Strong. 5 to shoot. Out to Beckers. 3 to shoot. 2 to shoot. Beckers from 15. No. Line drive rebound to Al Alfie. She goes back up. Headed blocked. Out of bounds. It'll stay with Connecticut. And they'll have 18 on the shot clock. Nell Fortner has announced her retirement. Well, Nell, you deserve it. Kim Caldwell for Tennessee gets an extension. They haven't in play as strong. Now Chen has it dancing on the dribble off to the right. The Giants have a new pitcher in the game, which is Eric Miller. He pitched 67 in the 3rd innings last year, and he'll face the big man, Jordan Alvarez. The pitch, swung on, grounded foul for strike 1. Meanwhile, Sarah Strong for 3. Bang! Down the well it goes. 42-25 UConn. Silly me to ask if they could cover that 13.5-point spread. USC works it down low, now back outside. Driving underneath, layup missed, and the rebound comes down to Sarah Strong. Outlet pass to Chen. Chen in the corner to Fudd, and Fudd traveled. Here's the 0-1 to Alvarez, swing and a miss, and the count's 0-2. Alvarez is not off to a good start this year, but then the last couple of years he wasn't off to a good start, and then he still winds up putting up the power numbers. 12 double-doubles by Sarah Strong. That's the most by a UConn freshman in the last 25 years. And USC just turned the ball over. 0-2 the count. The pitch on the way, low and outside, 1-2. .42-25 UConn as we're looking here to my left at that game. Sarah Strong holds right of the key. Next one, swing and a miss, and that's that. So the Astros are gone in the 8th. We go to the 9th. 5-0 Giants. Strong hands it to Chen. Chen had the ball tipped away. It'll fall out of bounds. It'll stay with UConn. Hang on a second, folks. All right, back to business. We get a foul called on the floor. 8:05 left third quarter. UConn up 17, 42-25. Beckers will pull the trigger. Baseline left. Looking. It's in play to AZ Fudd in the right corner. Fudd on the drive all the way underneath. Double fake. Shoots it up. Nope. Rebound comes down to Raya Marshall. Marshall on the move in the front court. They dump it underneath to Irifin. Irifin back outside to Marshall. Marshall on the drive into the lane. Had the ball stripped. Able to get it back. Marshall holds right of the lane. Comes out to the corner for Kennedy Smith. She launches a three. Missed it badly. Rebound. Sarah Strong. Outlet pass to Chen. Chen in the front court. Here comes Chen on the drive. Left of the lane. Header shot blocked and out of bounds. Talia von Olhoffen with the block and a great recovery defensively. Chen to come in, baseline left. Got to get it in play to Beckers. Beckers dancing on the dribble outside left. Here she comes on the drive into the lane, stops, 15-footer, short, foul called, and Beckers will shoot two. All right, we're ready to go to the 9th inning in Houston, where the Astros trail 5-2. Dang it. All right. The correct wrap-up for the Astros. They get 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors, and they leave 1. Rafael Montero will start the 9th inning for the Houston Astros on the mound. He pitched 8 2/3 this spring. Montero will pitch to Tyler Fitzgerald, and he takes the strike, and the count's on 1. Meanwhile, Beckers hits both free throws. It's 44-25 and 7:20 left in the third quarter. Fitzgerald 1 for 3 on the night with a single. Montero waits. The pitch on the way, swing and a miss, and the count's even 1-1. If UConn wins tonight, there will not be a 4th match between UCLA and USC. Here's a free throw. Good. 44-26. 7:15 left in the third. The 0-2 pitch, a swing and a pop-up. Into right. Coming on is Cam Smith. He's got it. 1 out in the 9th inning. (44-27). USC turns the press on. They come ahead to Beckers. Beckers stutter step move. Spins in the lane. 10-footer. Out! Irifin the rebound. USC back the other way, trailing by 17 with 7 minutes to go in the third quarter. In the corner is Williams and throws it away, but a foul. Here's the first pitch to Lamonte Wade, who is 0 for 3 on the night. It's a strike, and the count's 0-1. He does have a sacrifice fly. Doesn't have a hit on the season. Oh, 1 pitch, swinging a line drive to left, and he won't get it here either as it's caught by Dubon right on the fly. 2 down in the inning. Baseline left, USC looks to come in. They run the circle play, and they do have it in play to Howell. Howell dancing on the dribble. Gives it to Williams. Here's a 3 by Van Olhoffen. It's good. 44-30. The pitch to Adames is outside for ball 1. It's a 14-point USC lead, and they just made their first 3-point goal of the night. Here comes Chen, dancing on the dribble, guarded by Ehrenhoffen, and a switch! That ball's tipped out of bounds. It'll stay with UConn. They'll have 13 on the shot clock. Talia Van Oelhoffen has 5 points in the game. 1 ball, 1 strike to count to Willie Adamas. And the pitch on the way. Low. It's 2-1. Duke and Houston, Saturday night. Auburn and Florida. That's the men's Final Four. Lean and flip in the lane is no good, and El Alfi claims the rebound. Out to Chen on the outlet. Kiki Irifin has had no points since the first quarter. Here's Beckers with a spin right of the lane. Kick out to Chen. Chen works it right baseline. Back to Beckers. A 3 on the way. Splash! 47-30 UConn. Here's a 3-1 pitch, and that's inside ball 4. Adamas walks. That was a great screen set by Beckers. USC just got a basket plus the foul. Van Oelhoffen with the bucket. Here's Young-Hoo Lee, who is 0 for 3 with a walk and a run scored. Toss to first, runner back. Oelhoffen has all 7 USC points in the third quarter. 8 with that free throw. Here's the pitch. It's a strike and the count's 0-1. KK Arnold on now for UConn. Gets across the timeline into the front court, works it left, plays it to Sarah Strong. Strong holds left of the key. Back to Chen, now to Beckers. Beckers holds off to the left. Here's the pitch. It's low, bounce in front of the plate, and it's 1-1. Beckers on the drive, 15-footer, yeah. 49-33 UConn. Paige Beckers is 20. I predicted her to get 40. Erifin's shot is no good. USC takes down the rebound and gets the foul to go. As that is Kaylee Heckel. Here's the pitch. Swung on, popped up, foul out of play. And the count's 1-2. We're doing both of them for you. Strong with a backdoor cut to Beckers, tipped out of bounds. It'll stay with UConn with 4:49 left in the third. And I believe they're going to a timeout. We'll keep you updated on that game. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count. And the pitch to Lee is swung on and grounded to right field for a base hit. Rounding second and headed to third is Adamas. He will make it without a problem. So Young-Hoo Lee gets his first hit of the game. And yes, indeed, they are in a timeout. Women's game is more true to the spirit of the sport. Yes, thank you. You know what, Bruce? My wife said the same thing. We both agree. The women's game is more true to the game than to the star. You can have a star, but they play within the spirit of team game. They play within the spirit of the team. What did Bo Schembechler say? The team, the team, the team. Yeah, I agree, Bill. It's been way too long since we hung out. There you go, having a good time. You are having a good time. I most certainly am. Adamas at third, Lee at second. We're in the top of the ninth. And again, to read Bruce's comment, the women's game is more true to the spirit of the sport. That's why I love covering it. That is exactly why I love covering it. Here's Matt Chapman, who's 0 for 2 on the night. The pitch, swing and a miss, and the count's 0-1. Middle of the order due up for the Astros, looking ahead to the bottom of the ninth. Oh, 1-1 the count. And the pitch. It's outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. I might even work in a little hockey next year. The reason I haven't done hockey this year, when a lot of people expected me to, I couldn't get it at the start of the season. And I just couldn't get into it. Here's a looper into center field, and that's down for a base hit in front of Myers. That'll bring a pair home. 7-0 Giants. So Matt Chapman gets into the act with his first hit number 9 for the Giants. And they tack on 2 more. 7-2 Giants. So that single by Young-Hoo Lee was actually a double. That brought Adames to third, and Chapman smacked a single to bring both runners home. The first pitch to Elliot Ramos is a strike, and the count's 0-1. Ramos got this whole thing started with a run-scoring single back in the second inning when Jordan Hicks was busy being Jordan Hicks. The 1-1 the count. Here's the pitch. That's a strike, and the count's 0-2 to Ramos. UConn leads 51-35, and a foul on Paige Beckers as she went for the steal. And if you think about it, Sarah Strong on that last play, that's up. 1 ball, 2 strikes, no swing. What in the world was that? 1-2 the count. Montero's pitch is fouled out of play. One-two pitch again. Low and inside. It's even 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. But they get a pair on 2 hits. No errors. They leave 1. To the bottom of the 9th, 7-2 Giants. And now we head to Spokane for this update as Paige Beckers will pull the trigger baseline left. And they have it in play. Strong dumps it underneath to Arnold. Got fouled, no call. Shoots it up, no good. Arnold, the rebound, missed it. And the rebound comes down to the Trojans. And they have it in play in the front court with 3:20 remaining in the third quarter. Heckel dancing on the dribble. On the drive into the lane. Lost the ball, but a foul. Heckel's first free throw is no good. 51-37, UConn by 14. Angels lead the Cardinals 5-3. They're in the bottom of the 10th in St. Louis. The second attempt is good. Lead is down to 13. It was 19 at one point. 51-38. Strong in the backcourt. Up ahead, Arnold. Had the ball go off her foot. USC with a steal. On the drive into the lane. Shoots it up. Nope. And Beckers had the rebound. It's tipped out. And here they come on the fly. Beckers has it front court to the left. Waits for traffic to clear. Finds Arnold. Arnold over the top into Sarah Strong. Goes up. Nope. Sarah Strong again, but a foul on the floor. I realize how rough basketball is. All right, we go to the ninth in Houston. 4, 5, and 6 due for the Astros. They trail 7-2. Walker, Diaz, and Pena. And Ryan Walker will try to close things out. Walker's pitch, inside corner for a strike, and the count's 0-1. On 1 to Christian Walker. He's 1 for 3. Next one. Missed it. 1 ball, 1 strike. Walker 1 for 3 with a single. And Walker drives one to deep left field. Ramos racing back to the track, and that is foul. And the count's now 1-2. USC has climbed to within 11 at 51-40. 2:04 left in the third. And Gino Auriemma spends a timeout. One ball, 2 strikes. Ryan Walker to Christian Walker. And here it comes. High and tight. And the count's 2-2. Giants got 2 big insurance runs in the top of this 9th inning. Next one, strike 3 called. Christian Walker's retired. 1 out in the 9th. I just saw a funny commercial. Yanner Diaz is at the plate facing Ryan Walker. And the first pitch, swung on, grounded to third. Chapman runs in, up with it, tossed to first, in time. 2 down in the inning, and the Astros are down to their final out. Our player of the game is going to be split between Jordan Hicks and Wilmer Flores. Wilmer Flores provided the offense. He drove in 4. Jordan Hicks struck out 6 in 6 innings. At one point, retired 14 in a row. Here's the pitch. It's low and outside to Jeremy Pena for ball 1. Pena is 0 for 3 on the night. The pitch inside, 2-0. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Low and inside, 3-0. 3-0 the count. Walker sets. And the 3-0 pitch is a strike, and the count's 3-1. Three balls, 1 strike. Nobody on. 2 down. Bottom of the 9th inning. And the pitch is ball 4, and Pena walks. Fifth walk issued by Giants pitching this evening. Here's Cam Smith. He was hit by a pitch and scored a run in the 8th. 7-2 Giants here in the 9th. That pitch is inside for ball 1. Want to know the count? 2 down, a runner aboard. And the pitch on the way is a strike, and the count's even 1-1. The 1-1 pitch is a ball, 2-1. They appeal at first, no strike. Going to second on defensive indifference is Pena. Van Olhoffen just got her 3-point shot blocked by Paige Beckers. And I've always loved how the women play basketball. Team more than anything. Here's the 2-1. It's outside, 3-1. Echo dancing on the dribble. Brings it out front to Howell. To the free throw line, Irifin, 15-footer, a brick. Gets her own rebound, double fake, triple fake, goes up, had it blocked. Ball tipped out, USC has it. Next one, swung on, fouled on a play to the right. That makes the count full at 3-2. Loose ball foul against UConn. Both teams will be shooting the bonus from here on out. And all of the prayers that have come in for Juju Watkins, I love it. Kid will come back stronger than ever, says Caitlin Clark. Aaliyah Boston says prayers up. Angel Reese says prayers for Juju. A swing and a miss, and that ends the ball game. So a strikeout ends the game. And the final score of tonight's game is the Giants 7 and the Astros 2. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we'll get you ready for the fourth quarter of UConn and USC. Plus, we'll wrap this game up for you in 2 minutes.
Attention sports fans, looking for the ultimate gear and apparel to show your team pride? Look no further than Fanatics, the #1 destination for sports enthusiasts. Visit snowmanmultimediasports.com today and shop a wide selection of officially licensed merchandise from your favorite teams and players. From jerseys to hats to accessories to collectibles, Fanatics has it all. Don't miss out on the chance to elevate your game day experience. Head over to snowmanmultimediasports.com/fanatics and gear up like a true fan with Fanatics. Officially licensed everything.
Do you remember our first group photo? This is it. Smiles all around, even though we were all nervous.
Who could have imagined that our first weekend together would soon turn into a lifetime of memories?
You're an amazing young man. Your brothers and sisters really look up to you. They're a big brother.
It's so cool to watch the adult that you've become, and you really have done as much for us as you think we've done for you.
You know, it took 20 years, and I got my third child who was 17 at the time.
There's so many rewards in life. You coming into our home was one of the greatest rewards we could have ever had.
I ain't never felt so much love before in my life.
All right, final score in our Monday Night Baseball debut, the Giants 7 and the Astros 2. Let's take a look at the final totals on the board for the Giants. 7 runs, 9 hits, no errors. They left 7 on base. And for the Astros, 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors. They left 5. Jordan Hicks is the winner. He's 1-0 on the year. And Ronel Blano takes the loss. He is 0-1. This game was played in 2 hours and 37 minutes in front of 28,324. Now they're headed to the fourth quarter, and it's going to be a 5-point game. USC has chopped 9 points off of the lead from UConn. UConn has been stuck at 51 for a while, at least for the last 4 minutes. Van Olhoffen with that last basket. So it's UConn 51 and USC 46. As we switch gears here. Matter of fact, you know what? They're in a break. I'm going to take one, and then we'll bring you the fourth quarter of USC and UConn to see who gets that final spot in the Final Four. Back in a minute.
Attention sports fans, looking for the ultimate gear and apparel to show your team pride? Look no further than Fanatics, the #1 destination for sports enthusiasts. Visit snowmanmultimediasports.com today and shop a wide selection of officially licensed merchandise from your favorite teams and players. From jerseys to hats to accessories to collectibles, Fanatics has it all. Don't miss out on the chance to elevate your game day experience. Head over to snowmanmultimediasports.com/fanatics and gear up like a true fan with Fanatics. Officially licensed everything.
Do you remember our first group photo? This is it. Smiles all around, even though we were all nervous.
Who could have imagined that our first weekend together would soon turn into a lifetime of memories?
You're an amazing young man. Your brothers and sisters really look up to you. They're a big brother.
It's so cool to watch the adult that you've become, and you really have done as much for us as you think we've done for you.
You know, it took 20 years, and I got my third child who was 17 at the time.
There's so many rewards in life. You coming into our home was one of the greatest rewards we could have ever had.
I ain't never felt so much love before in my life.
Welcome back to the Broadcast Center. We're going to bring you the final quarter, a little bit of bonus coverage. The final quarter of UConn and USC. UConn led by as many as 19 points, but it's down to 5 right now, 51-46. And I believe USC will have the ball to begin the fourth quarter. USC won the national title in 1983 and 1984. And, of course, they were led at the time by Cheryl Miller. Nell Fortner, the longtime coach at Georgia Tech, announced her retirement. USC is seeking their first Final Four since 1986. UConn trying to get back to the Final Four for the first time in a few years. Which one holds up? It's been all UConn since late in the first quarter when they took the lead. They led by 14 at the half. It's 5 now as we start the fourth quarter. And it's USC that'll bring the ball in bounds at the timeline as Howell looks to bring it in. They have it in play to Van Olhoffen. Van Olhoffen standing dribble, plays it left side to Howell. Howell fakes, back out front to Williams. Or to Marshall, I beg your pardon. Now Irfin on the drive into the lane, goes up, shoots, missed, tapped. Rebound comes down to Sarah Strong and the UConn Huskies, and Paige Beckers trots it up. Van Olhoffen gets her in the front court. A bounce pass out front to AC Fudd, a deep three, splash! Boy, did they need that. That ends an 11-0 run, and that's AC Fudd's first points and field goal of the ball game. It's an 8-point lead. Right back comes Van Olhoffen. She misses the layup, and the rebound, Sarah Strong. Ball poked away, but a foul called on USC. It'll be on Marshall. Now, this may be the time where UConn goes on a run. They were shut out for the last 4 minutes of the third quarter while USC went on an 11-0 run. It's Chen, Strong, El Alfie, Beckers, and Fudd. They throw it underneath. It's out of bounds. It'll stay with UConn. And it's Aubrey Griffin who begins the final period for UConn. UConn, navy blue tops and bottoms, white numbers trimmed in red. They have it in play to Griffin. Griffin reverses course into the lane, fakes, holds it left of the lane, comes back outside to Strong, 5 to shoot. Here comes Sarah Strong on the drive, left of the lane, had her shot blocked, got to get a shot up. They do, and they miss it. And the rebound comes down to Marshall. 8:35 left in the money period. UConn 54, USC 46. As Marshall dances in the front court, finds Van Olhoffen. She's been the catalyst in the second half. Van Olhoffen picks up the dribble, plays it left side. Now they go over the top into Marshall. She shoots it up, no good, but she drew the foul, and she'll shoot a pair. Each team with a foul heading into the fourth quarter. Where do I go to support this? Where do I go to support this channel? Like merch. There's merch at the bottom of the channel, but what you can do, Bruce, is use this. If you can support via Cash App, because I'm disabled right now and trying to go through donations, as Marshall's first free throw is good. I don't have the merch store open yet, but I'm working on it. But if you can do this or drop a super chat on the main channel, Marshall's second free throw, good. 6-point game, 54-48. 8:19 left in the money period. Strong outlet pass to Beckers. Beckers back to Strong, shy of the timeline. Strong comes across with a bounce pass right side to Fudd. Fudd comes out on the dribble, now works it out near the timeline between the rings. 8:05 left in the money period. Fudd dancing on the dribble, 13 to shoot. Fudd leans over the dribble, left hand, 10 to shoot. Beckers has it off to the left. 7 to shoot. 6. Here's Beckers. 15-footer. Got it. Big bucket by Paige Beckers, and the lead is extended back to 8. She's got 22 in the ball game. And they throw it away with a steal to Griffin. Griffin into the lane. Comes back out to Fudd. Chen has it this time. They wait for their teammates, and now Chen holds with 7:37 remaining. Paige Beckers goes over the top into Sarah Strong, right of the lane. Out to Beckers for 3. Splash! And just like that, UConn goes up 11, 59-48, with 7:24 remaining in the ball game. Marshall has it in the backcourt against Aubrey Griffin. Marshall breaks the press into the front court, kicks it right side to Irahoffen, back outside to Irifin. Van Olhoffen has it this time on the right wing. Van Olhoffen holds and looks with 15 to shoot. Backs up on the dribble against AZ Fudd. Van Olhoffen turns on the dribble, over the top pass, tipped by Beckers, but a foul called on Beckers, and Beckers is hurt. Let's hope both young ladies are okay. Okay, Beckers is standing. That's good. It looks like she just got poked in the eye. Beckers did indeed commit the foul. Yeah, that was a foul, but Beckers was going for the ball. Beckers got poked in the eye. That I can tell you. 59-48. She's getting a replacement for her contacts. Getting a contact replacement. Duh. Jeez. Olivia Miles for Notre Dame is choosing the transfer portal. Beckers was looking for a foul on that play. No free throws. Baseline right. They look to come in. Ball tipped and stolen by Sarah Strong. To Paige. Beckers on the outlet. Beckers on the move left to right in the front court outside right to Fudd for 3. Splash! AZ Fudd with 6 all in this fourth quarter, and it's 62-48. UConn back up 14. Here comes Marshall. Kick to the corner. A three for Hecker. Nope. But a foul called. And that means 3 big free throws for USC. Avery Howell will be on the free throw line. AZ Fudd picks up the foul. Howell's free throw, got it. 62-49. Hornets beat the Jazz. Hornets beat the Jazz? Yeah, they did. 110-106. Pacers beat the Kings 111-109. Halliburton had 18 and 11. The second free throw good for Howell. 62-50. Howell gets one more. The third attempt on the way. Got them all. And it's 62-51. Lead back down to 11. In the backcourt is Chin. She turns on the dribble, flips it to Beckers. Beckers on the fly. 15-footer. Rimming. Good. It got down. 64-51. 27 for Paige Beckers. And I predicted 30. Here's Howell on the drive. Left baseline. Fakes to Irvin with a 15-footer left of the key. That's no good. Rebound comes down to Aubrey Griffin. Hands to Chin. And Chin hustles it up. Chin in the front court finds Sarah Strong off to the left. Looking for her captain. Finds Beckers. Beckers holds. 6:05 remaining. Beckers holds and looks. Holds and looks against Hecker. Strong gives it to Beckers for 3. Not that time. Aubrey Griffin the offensive rebound. They'll get a fresh 20. Paige Beckers has it at the controls. 5:48 left. Beckers and Fudd scored all 13 fourth quarter points for UConn. Strong holds, finds Beckers, 3 to shoot, 2 to shoot, 18-footer, short, rebound Marshall. Marshall hustles it up for USC. They trail by 13 and 5.5 left. Heckel dances on the dribble, whips a pass underneath for Irvin, comes back out to Heckel. Heckel between the rings, 15 to shoot. Heckel standing dribble, picks it up. Now plays it left side to Kennedy Smith. Underneath to Marshall. She goes up. Missed it. Rebound on the floor. Jump ball. And the possession belongs to Connecticut. Paige Beckers is one of the top 4 scorers in UConn history. So UConn with possession, up by 13 and halfway home in the money period. Chen has it off to the right now to Fudd. Beckers outside left, left side Strong. Sarah Strong. Couple bounces, finds Chen. Right corner Beckers. Kennedy Smith gets her immediately. Griffin back to Beckers. Beckers fakes a 3. Kennedy Griffin pokes it away. Oh, what a pass! What a pass to AZ Fudd for the bucket. And the lead is 15. 66-51. 4.5 minutes left. Van Oelhoffen plays it up top to Irvin. Backs it on Strong. Lean in, flip. Out! Follow Marshall. No. Follow no. Sarah Strong the rebound. And UConn is putting this in the left-hand column, folks. 66-51 and 4:14 left. Fudd has it outside right. Sarah Strong, 20 points and 16 rebounds on the evening. On the left side is Chen, 12 to shoot. Chen dancing on the dribble, picks it up. Now plays it left side to Fudd. Here comes Fudd on the drive. 15-footer. Rimming, no. Rebound Marshall. 3:54 remaining. USC down 15. They better come up with a run, and they better do it quick. Time's a-wasting. Marshall dancing on the dribble outside right. Marshall holds and looks. Comes Van Oelhoffen. Van Oelhoffen works her way to the left. Now back to the right. Flips it back left. A 3-pointer on the way is short. Marshall, the offensive rebound, goes up. Missed it. Marshall again. Backs her way in. Shoots. Nope. Foul called. And Marshall will shoot 2. And that'll send us to a timeout. Phew! We all need a breather. 66-51 in favor of UConn. I got to fix my scoreboard. And while I do that, y'all look at this.
I am so glad you ladies are here. You each have your own rooms. Thank you. Get settled in. I'll call you for dinner. Adopting teen sisters, it's a lot. Girls, you're gonna be late. You want breakfast? No thanks, we're good. They're always in their own world. What'd you get, babe? Twice the work. Twice the surprises. Just try it. But if you think of it that way, they're also twice as fulfilling. I think you should ask her yourself.
Is it okay to call you Mom?
Of course you can.
SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like Boomstick Lady. No free throw is safe from the roar of her sticks. SeatGeek helps her find a seat in the direct eye line of the shooter so she can sit where her boomsticks make the biggest boom. Everybody okay? SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
Join Ryan McCarthy.
I became a Jets fan because Kurt the Frog was my favorite Muppet because he was green, and the Jets wore green. That's how I became a Jets fan.
And Dustin Henry.
ESPN is cashing all in on let's pay a few personalities and we'll just kind of fill in the gaps.
As they walk you through all of the world of sports from their perspective.
The Albany Empire, it's a literal circus.
No credentials required. Where, Ryan, say the tag.
Where you don't need a press pass to talk sports.
Every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. On YouTube and where you can find all podcasts.
$66-51, UConn with the lead. They've led by as many as 19 in this game. In the game that they played earlier, which UConn won, USC led by as many as 18. Angels beat the Cardinals 5-4 in 10 innings. Becker's 27 points on the night. Marshall drops the free throw, making that 66-52. Second free throw, good. 66-53. It's a 13-point UConn lead. And now USC turns on the pressure as Strom brings it up. Up court on the fly as Aubrey Griffin to the hole. Lays it up. No. Rebound, Arifin. Oh, man. They had golden opportunity. Van Oelhoffen dumps it into Marshall. Marshall goes up. Nope. Foul call. She'll shoot two more. And a chance to make it an 11-point game. Aubrey Griffin picks up her first foul. Marshall sitting on 20 points and 14 rebounds. Marshall tries the first one. In and out, and it stayed out. Now the best she can do is cut this lead down to 12. Gino Auriemma shouting instructions for his team. Second free throw, good. It's a 12-point lead 66-54. They have an inflated chin in the backcourt. Now to Sarah Strong, and Strong dribbles it up. Left hand pass to Chin. She breaks the pressure and comes across into the front court. 3 minutes left. Strong directing traffic out front. Strong on the move to the left. Finds Chin. Beckers has it this time left of the circle. 8 to shoot. Beckers works off a couple of screens. Beckers on the drive. Had it stolen. Irifin the steal. Beckers got fouled. No call. And now right back comes USC. Ball underneath to Raya Marshall. They're going to ride her all the way through. Stepping back to Marshall. Right of the lane. Backs in on Strong. Goes up. Scores. It's a 10-point game. Beg your pardon. 66-56. 23 for Marshall on the night. Against pressure, they have it across the Strong in the front court. 2:15 remaining. Can Connecticut hold on? They need a bucket here if you want to put it away. Fudd has it on the right wing. Aubrey Griffin has it. Fakes the handoff to Fudd. Griffin now hands it off to Chen. Here she comes down the lane. Shoots it in and draws the foul. And that just may do it. Avery Howell picks up the foul. Chen with 11 and a chance for 12. Griffin will come out. Ashlyn Shade comes on for UConn. Caitlin Chen averaging 6.9 points per game. She has 11 tonight. The free throw is missed, and the rebound tipped comes down to Ryan Marshall. Marshall, 15 rebounds on the night. 1:50 remaining. Marshall holds and looks. Everybody covered. Now gives it to Heckel. Heckel on the drive. Works it in on Strong. Throws the shot up. Nope. Irifin, the rebound, goes back up. Nope. Foul called, and Irifin shoots two. Winner of this game to get top seed UCLA on Friday. The foul is charged to Beckers. That's her fourth. Beckers 9 of 18 tonight, 4 for 8 from the line. 68-56. Irfin offers the free throw. Good. 68-57. Irfin gets ready. Offers the second one. Got it. 10-point game again. 68-58. 100 seconds remaining for UConn to get to the Final Four. AZ Fudd picks up the dribble, finds Chen. Everybody looking for Paige Beckers. Beckers hiding out in the corner. Here comes Chen. Chen backs up. 15 to shoot. 128 on the big one. Chen dancing on the dribble, directing traffic. Now finds Sarah Strong. Back to Chen. Lays it in. Ball game. Caitlin Chen with 13. It's a 12-point UConn lead with 70 seconds left. USC spends a timeout. That was a great job by Sarah Strong. Chen dove to the basket, and Strong was able to hit her. (70-58). UConn with the lead. Getting a little bonus coverage here tonight as we take you down the stretch. I tried the system. Okay. You know what, Bruce? Look at the bottom of my YouTube page. There. Hold on a minute. Hold on, Bruce. UConn got to the Final Four last year. They lost in the Final Four in 21. They lost the national championship in 22. 23, they lost in the Elite Eight. And last year, they lost in the Final Four to Iowa. Is a 3 on the way. It's good for Avery Howell. 70-61, a minute to go. Beckers has it shy of the timeline, across into the front court. Now finds AZ Fudd in the corner. Back to Beckers. Beckers turns, foul called. And Beckers will shoot a pair. What the? Am I going to have to do this all again? Oh, man. You know what, Bruce? I got a question. Do you have PayPal at your disposal? If so, I have an idea. They're coming to Beckers. Foul called. 49.2 seconds remaining. And that foul will be charged to Malia Samuels. One more foul, and they'll be in the bonus, and there it is. That'll send Chin to the free throw line. Frank Reich will be the interim head coach at Stanford. It'll be a one-season agreement for 2025. I may have used this some years ago. I'll tell you what. Try this. Chen's free throw is good. Try this, and if this doesn't work, I got another one for you. 71-61. UConn by 10. The second attempt on the way, good. 72-61. 11-point lead with 48.7 seconds left. And USC spends a timeout. What the heck? My store is gone. What? Hold on. Hold up. Why is my... Are you kidding me? Now I have to make those products all over again. Ay, ay, ay. Oh, well. I'll just make the store all over again. The first UConn freshman is Sarah Strong with 20 points and a 10-rebound game in an Elite 8 game or later. That's Sarah Strong. That's just how strong she is. 72-61 UConn. 48.7 left. They have it in play. It's tipped out of bounds. It'll... And will there be a review? Because UConn seems to think that it's tapped out of bounds off of USC. I swear to God, I had it. Okay. There it is. The Heat beat the Wizards 120-94. That should be off of USC. So the officials are taking a look to see who tapped it out of bounds. Here, I'm looking at something here. Hold on, folks. Clock is down to 48.4. $101 points in the last 3 games by Paige Beckers, the most by a UConn player in a 3-game span in program history. Wow. Hold on a second, Bruce. Let me see if this works. Okay. Okay, Bruce, I have an idea for you. Bruce, try this. This is my store right here. And I honestly, folks, I don't have any money right now. So whatever you can donate to help would be great. 72-61, UConn leads by 11. And we're about to hit the 3.5 hour mark of our broadcast. Holy cow. But I wanted to bring both games to you, but I found a way to make it work and also squeeze in Monday Night Baseball. So I want to thank you all for being patient with me. There's a few of you still remaining. It is UConn ball, so they did reverse the call. Sarah Strong to bring it in, foul line extended left. And I'm inclined to think that USC makes this a free throw game. And Marshall does commit the foul with 46.4 left. Try one of the two sites I just put in the chat, Bruce. See if that works. Becker's to the free throw line, sitting on 27 points. 28 with that free throw. The UConn lead is 12 with 46.4 left, and Gino Auriemma ordering his players off the free throw line and into the USC front court. The second attempt on the way is good. And timeout called by UConn. They'll have 2 remaining. USC has 1 remaining. UConn came into tonight 34-3, USC 31-3. And a lot of people I was talking to were thinking it was going to be USC and UCLA for the 4th time. Well, for the 4th time, it's going to be Texas and South Carolina. And we'll have that for you on Friday night. That is going to be a doozy. But the last time they played, which was the SEC Championship, South Carolina drilled Texas. They split their regular season matchups this year, each winning on their home floor. UConn is seeking their 24th Final Four appearance. USC was seeking their first Final Four appearance since '86. Rogers and the NHL agreed to a 12-year TV deal. Their current 12-year deal for Canadian rights ends after the 25-26 season, so they extended that. All the UConn fans holding pictures of Beckers. Olivia Miles will not enter the WNBA draft. Instead, she is entering the transfer portal. She averaged 15 points for the Fighting Irish this past season. Irifin to bring it in. Foul line extended right. In play to Marshall. Marshall with a fake. 45 seconds left. Van Olofsen on the right wing. Holding and looking for help. Now Olofsen drives on the baseline and lost the ball out of bounds. And UConn spends another timeout. They'll have 1 remaining. USC has 1 remaining. USC has possession just in case. In the women's NIT was Troy 97 and North Dakota State 88. That was an overtime. .5 seconds left. UConn will have possession. Thunder and the Celtics have extended their winning streaks to 10 and 9, respectively. All right, for those of you that have joined us on Millions, we thank you. You're getting bonus coverage tonight. We had Monday Night Baseball, and you're getting bonus coverage right here. Okay, I got some merch of yours. Thank you, Bruce. Thank you, thank you. They look to come in, and they come into Beckers and a steal by USC. That was a dangerous pass. Here's a 3 on the way, and it's good for Howell. And a foul with 28.6 left. And Gino was yelling at Paige, saying, Paige, you have to go get the ball. You have to come to the ball. It's a 10-point lead, 74-64 with 28.6 left. Becker sitting on 29 for the evening. The first one, good. Give her 30. I'm glad to find this channel. This is my kind of broadcasting. Thank you, Bruce. Bruce, do me a favor and spread both channels to all of your friends because I'm trying to build them both so I can make this my living after fighting cancer and defeating it. The second free throw is good. It's a 12-point lead, 76-64, 26 seconds left. Van Oelhoffen trots into the front court outside right. They better score in a hurry. Howell has it deep in the right corner. 19 seconds. Irfin has it back. Back to Howell. Howell rubs off the screen and unleashes a 3. That's a brick, and the rebound comes down to Sarah Strong, and that's going to do it, folks. With 9.6 seconds remaining. And I think Oriema finally let out a smile. They're in the third quarter at Staples. It's the Rockets by 1. 67-66 over the Lakers. I absolutely will talk you up. Thank you, man. Thank you all for hanging with me throughout this dual coverage. I appreciate you guys. That's why I want to build the new channel up and make it play-by-play only. Strong's free throw is good. 77-64. Everybody off the line for UConn. Sarah Strong has played a whale of a game tonight. The second attempt on the way. Yep. 78-64. 9.6 seconds left. No fouls for UConn. 6 seconds. Now 5, 4, and 3. The UConn fans rise to their feet, and this ball game is over. And the Spokane Regional Champions are the UConn Huskies. But these two teams have nothing to be ashamed of. This is the 24th Final Four appearance for the UConn Huskies. UConn indeed make the spread. They were favored by 13.5, and they won by 14. UConn is now 35-3 on the year heading into Friday. And USC finishes their incredible season in the Elite Eight at 31-4. So it's UCLA and two-seeded UConn in the late game. The early game is an SEC battle, South Carolina and Texas. And we were almost having the 4 number 1 seeds in the women's tournament get all the way to the Final Four like the men did. But UConn took care of that. And your final score is UConn 78 and USC 64. Bruce says UConn is the team to beat. My guys are Gators in the men's. In the men's tournament, I'm going with Houston. In the women's tournament, I picked Connecticut. Connecticut was my champion at the start of the bracket, and they're going to give Lauren Betts fits, especially with the length that they have. All right, folks. It's time for me to hang it up for the night. I want to thank you all for hanging with me. Tomorrow is April. We start our 30 days of baseball challenge as we continue to build both the Snowman Multimedia channel and the Snowman Sportsnet channel. But when the Snowman Sportsnet channel gets monetized, that's where all of the play-by-play will be housed from now on. And the Snowman Multimedia channel will go through a bit of a purge, and you'll see nothing but our radio shows there. Whew. Thanks, everybody, for hanging with me. I appreciate you. Your final in our Monday Night Baseball debut was the Giants 7 and the Astros 2. And our 2 games tonight see Texas win by 11, 58-47 and over TCU. And UConn, the 2 seed, knocks out number 1 seed USC by a final score of 78-64. All right. I'm beat. I think I finally hit the wall. And what a wall it was. Thank you all for hanging with me. I appreciate you. I bid you good night, and I'll let you know the schedule for tomorrow. 30 days of baseball with the Snowman begins tomorrow. So long, everybody, and good night, and God bless you.